Welcome to Super Chats. I'm Nick.
I'm Cameron.
I'm vaguely here.
Carlos, we're going through a hard time right now, man. I need you to match our energy.
I see.
Yeah. You doing okay, Nick?
This week, Ame's sort of graduating.
What?
Let's talk about it.
Wait, what? Hello, everyone. This is the icebreaker. This is the part of the podcast where we get things rolling. I flinched on camera. I was genuinely afraid Nick was going to stab me.
I was putting something on the floor so I didn't fiddle with it the entire podcast.
I thought it was a knife.
It was a zip tie. It was used for cable management previously. It's no longer necessary.
So, let's start talking about VTubers. Last week, in keeping with Super Chat's VTuber podcast tradition, we uploaded an episode, and in an episode, we're very congratulatory and celebratory and in a very happy place because Myth just got done celebrating their 4-year anniversary.
It's a long time.
It's a long time to do anything, and Amelia Watson from Hololive Myth agrees. Shortly after the episode went up, or like right before it went up, Amelia Watson had announced that she is seeking to cease her activities with Hololive, and they have gone out of their way explicitly to state this is not a full-on graduation. This is her leaving the company. She's not becoming management like early rumors stated. She is effectively ceasing her time as a streamer. Her character will still appear in merchandise on occasion, and she herself may return, I would assume, for very special occasions. And also, Amelia Watson is keeping her line of communication open for any VTubers who have tech questions, which I deeply appreciate, considering she spent a lot of her time in Myth establishing herself as the tech head, the one the most willing to experiment with stuff. She's the reason we had the Halloween stream. She was the first one to be like, I'm going to figure out how to do this 3D stuff on my own. I'm not waiting for Cover to tell me how to do it.
There's so much of the stuff that she's done over the last 4 years is still to this day is in use, not even just by English members, even some of the JP members use it.
Yeah. So, full disclosure. I say full disclosure, like to some degree, I am personally affected because Amelia Watson was one of my favorite VTubers of all time. I'm brave enough to say she might have been in my top 5, which is a weird thing to say. I'm not trying to rank them. I'm just saying I really liked Ame. Her streams were like no one else's. She was always out there. Before we get lost in the personal feelings, I think we gotta make sure we've also touched on everything else. So, at the time of us recording, we still have a couple more days of Ame. You're seeing this episode on Friday, meaning the following Monday, September 30th. She will be ceasing her activities. That will be the graduation stream. I'm cool right now. I'm not emotional. I'm affected, but not emotional. Contact me that day. If you're in the Super Chats Discord, that day and that day alone, you may at me. Do not at me for any other circumstance unless you're going to show me a frog you found. Any other circumstance I will take to be, I'll lawyer up. But you may at me Monday to make sure I'm okay. And the answer will be no.
It's going to be a rough day, frankly.
So, yeah. Just reading through the notes to make sure I hit on all the official stuff before I let my head run wild. Like I said, she'll be free to return. Now, it's important to note, this isn't the first time the invitation to return has been open. You may recall Coco was always welcome to come back whenever she wanted, but it was still a graduation.
Mm-hmm. This one is not technically a graduation.
This one, they've gone out of their way to say it's not a graduation. Ame has clarified it over and over.
I would actually like to just read off the announcement if you may. Okay.
And they have never once actually used that word.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for your continued support of Hololive production. We have come to announce that Watson Amelia, a member of Hololive English, will conclude all her channel and social media activities on September 30th, 2024. We would like to thank all of her amazing fans and everyone involved for their warm support. Though her channel activities will end, Watson Amelia will remain an affiliate of Hololive production moving forward. We kindly request that you refrain from contacting our talents regarding this matter and would like to sincerely thank you for your continued support and encouragement of Watson Amelia. So she's basically transitioning into an affiliate of Hololive instead of graduating and completely being removed from the company.
Yes, which I take to be the mechanism they must use if Ame wants to keep talking with Hololive people, possibly remote onto their computers to help and return officially for streams here and there. Because otherwise, we don't have a formal definition of what an affiliate is.
I would imagine it's similar to a contractor.
See, they have posted a lot of, well, not a lot, but some specifics, because they had an expanded note on their website, and Ame herself has confirmed and denied several things.
Yeah.
It's confirmed that, yes, she is going to be as good as graduated, but she can come back. She has said, she has gone as far as saying that in the very, very distant future, there is a very slight possibility that she could return as a streamer entirely. Don't expect it. Don't count on it at all, but it is possible. And they're going to continue to sell merch, new merch, have new events involving Amelia Watson. She will be welcome to come back. She actually confirmed that she has already put in a request to cover asking about future EN recollection participation. So she's even immediately she's not going away.
Yeah.
Because Callie, I think, also announced that there's some sort of project that they're doing together that's coming out in the near future.
In the traditional Ame way, she is doing her own damn thing.
Exactly.
Is basically the truth of it. She's innovated in 1,000 different ways since joining the Hololive company, and this is just her, even on her way out the door, being like, no, I'm going to keep that door open a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's one of the things that makes Ame, and she has actually stated, I do believe, that it took a lot of negotiating to get a lot of things agreed upon, basically. But it was really important to her that she has these options and Hololive has these options and that they can, in fact, work together if they need to or want to in the future.
Regarding that, though, it was also apparently not as hard to get them to agree to it because they've actually talked about it, that this is something that they've considered doing. It's something that's been on their radar that they wanted to try anyway. And it makes sense, if they bring somebody on, have them runs your IP and work for you for 4 years. It doesn't really make sense to just throw it all away.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's from a company standpoint, they know no one's ever going to fill the shoes of Amelia Watson, you know what I mean? That's not how it works. That's not how it could work. There are companies that have tried that in the past and it hasn't worked.
Yeah, see, Kizuna Ai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So they're very aware of the fact that folks are there for the talent. You know what I mean? That's why people tune in. That's why people care. So trying to transition someone else into being that talent is not really a feasible means. And so if they keep the door open enough and the person wants to come back and do things on occasion, again, like basically as a contractor, that makes a lot of sense because everybody's, at the end of the day, everyone's going to make money off of it. You know what I mean? So as a company, it only makes good financial sense. But also, like, on a fan support level, it gives the fans more things to support. It gives fans a better feeling about everything going forward, frankly, too. You know, it does for me, just the fact that there's a chance that Ame could pop up, like, randomly in a song or something going forward, you know?
Yeah, and other talents don't have to worry as much about literally never being able to talk to them publicly again.
Yes, exactly. Like, being able to keep communication lines open, you know?
Yeah.
So there you go. That's sort of what I think most of the major points. Is there anything else we want to point out in particular?
Yeah, that really is the major stuff. I think the only thing that a lot of people are curious about, that we don't have an official statement from what I've watched, is why graduate? And to me, what she has stated, she's just been like, it felt like it was time. I wanted to do other things, etc. Like, we didn't get a hard statement. To me, it's definitely just, my perspective is I first saw Amelia Watson debut during COVID when I was still unemployed. In the time since then, I have held 3 professional new positions in my career, and one of them I left because I got sick of doing it. In that time, I've swapped all these positions. Amelia Watson has always been at Hololive.
Yeah.
4 years is a long time to do anything.
Especially nowadays.
Yes.
Most people change jobs every 2 years, basically. So.
Gosh. Yeah.
And so, I mean, the other thing is, we've talked about this a lot in the past, is that Hololive is a much different company than it was 4 years ago.
Yeah. One of the things Ame has always been very open about is how the stuff she liked doing the least, despite really enjoying them, is she's never been big on collabs. She always prefers just doing her own thing by herself. She's kind of introverted. In Hololive, as it gets bigger, it's depending more on collabs. It's depending more on concerts and all this additional stuff and this IP work in the background.
100%. And
Yeah.
a lot of that is, they talk, all of the Hololive talents right now really talk about one thing a lot, and that is homework. They
Yep.
have a lot of homework to do. There's a lot of preparation for events. When you think about having to put on a concert, that is hours of learning the songs, learning the choreography, making sure the studio is ready, collaborating all of that stuff together.
And that did come up in a Kali stream where she talked about Amelia, where she's like, I won't lie, chat, dead beats. There's a lot of days where it's like, oh boy, that's a lot of required streams coming up.
There's brand deals, there's sponsorships, there's a lot of things like that. And again, it's one of those things where between having what your streams are dictated to you at times and having to learn 3 songs for a collaborative concert that you need to be able to sing and dance to, or 10 songs for your own solo concert that you're going to do because it's your birthday.
Yeah, and Ame has specifically stated that, and regarding like music, that you can send somebody into a studio and 2 to 4 hours of practicing and recording and they're done. That is not her.
No.
Her recording sessions are very lengthy and very hard because she struggles with them.
Yeah, like, let's not live as though things are not what they are. Amelia Watson's not the best singer on the planet. She loves doing karaoke, and her karaoke fucking rules. And her singing's gotten better, but she didn't sign up for Hololive to sing. There are girls in Hololive who signed up to sing.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that's really interesting about Hololive is they are becoming, over time, even more focused on the idol setup.
Yeah.
And less on the streaming stuff, which is fine for a lot of the girls, but some of the girls, I'm sure, are definitely feeling squeezed by it.
I still genuinely contribute Aqua's graduation the biggest to that.
Yeah, I think her and Ame are very similar in that regard.
You know,
Yeah.
if you've been doing something for a long time, and although you still enjoy doing it, a lot about it has changed. It's a combination of like, I'm getting tired of the thing I was even doing, and now we're changing it even less from the thing I liked about it. I don't know. It's hard to say, and I don't think we have enough to really even speculate in a healthy way too much more. But what we've all said is definitely symptomatic of what's definitely going on.
I think in order, basically everything that we've just said, in my opinion, it comes down to it's probably a lot of new things that she didn't want, and she lost a lot of the things she really liked. I think that's probably where she was at when it came to Hololive, and that's one of those things where, again, having that door cracked open just a little bit for her to return is something that she can return. Theoretically, she'll be coming back for big events and things like that, as mentioned, but I think realistically, it's more of a thing where if something comes up and she doesn't want to do it, she can now just say, no, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, it's in a much better place where it's like there's finally optional things.
Yes.
You can Ame your way in if you want, or you can just help with the models or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
She can help for support, maybe do a little contract work on the side that she likes doing. She can come back for like big gaming collabs if she wants. She's under no obligation.
My girl's
for any
free.
of it.
She's finally free.
You can go where you want, Ame. You can do as you please. So yeah, I think we've just come to a sort of a healthy place for this right now. But we're going to have to be dealing with the emotions of it. Everyone will. It really sucks. There's some really strong artwork and things in the community right now.
Why did you draw the investigator so sad? Why wasn't the next panel the investigator being comforted?
I saw that sad investigator when I closed my eyes for 2 days straight. Yeah, there's some really sad stuff going on, and that's understandable because there's a lot of sad emotions right now. This has been a really rough week, basically, for a lot of people, for a lot of different reasons. But
yeah, Kiara's taking it pretty rough, too.
Kiara feels very sad. Oh my God, my Oshi is not in a happy place.
No.
She's dealing with it, and but it's Kiara, and if you're a Kiara fan, you know that she deals with everything in the same way, honestly and upfront.
No, she specifically said in her stream where she talked about it, where she started crying, and she just said, apologized to Ame and said, "I'm sorry, Ame. I'm sad. I can't pretend I'm not."
That's it. That's Kiara. She's going to tell you how she feels. And that's one of the reasons I really like Kiara a lot. But Kiara is also the #1 teammate. She's a giant Amelia Watson fan. And so she is in a very sad place right now, and she's going to be dealing with those emotions for a while. I know. She said also it's more than just Ame, it's the entirety of Myth because she's worried about everything. And she also said it's not like she hasn't been thinking about graduating too, honestly, which is me being no. But also, I mean, that's the thing is when I sit back, personally, I have to be if Kiara graduates, then she has just made her decision, and that is her choice, and she's made it for the best reasons that she can, and all that other stuff. I'm still gonna be sad as shit. I'm gonna be very upset for a while about it. Callie had a stream where she talked about it, and she was basically I cried enough about it already. I'm okay now. Not great, but I'm not crying.
Callie's was fun, interesting. It's interesting to watch our girls, because Kiara's I'm a mess right now, and Callie's I'm not a mess. I was a bit ago, and I will be right after this. I have to talk to you guys, or else I'm not going to be okay. How's everyone doing? Are you okay? Okay, talk to me if you're not okay. It's they're both coping, but in different ways.
A part of it, too, was that Kiara talked about it. Breaking Dimensions was the biggest break point for it, because that was whenever everybody had officially found out.
Yeah.
And that was the final big off collab for them.
Yep. It was that, and then that was their last big off collab, and then obviously the concert and everything that they just did for their anniversary was Kiara was yeah, there's a reason I called Chikutaku immediately. So, because they knew at that point. They've been dealing with it for a while, but now that the announcement's out, it's real. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's when it became real for everybody. That's when there's something about seeing others dealing with the same grief that draws it out and makes it more powerful for you. It's like a reverberation sort of thing.
Yeah.
So, and that was I was fine until I watched Kiara's stream, and then I was immediately incredibly not fine. And I was just oh no, it really is happening. That's what drew it home for me. And I'm not going to lie and say I'm the biggest Amelia Watson fan. I'm not Kiara. But I've always really liked Amelia. Ame's always been fantastic. She has set up so many events for them. She has done so many really cool things with and for not just Myth, but all of Hololive. Yeah. She's an amazing talent, not just in the fact that she's fantastically entertaining to watch. She is immensely skilled at organizing and creating different things for people to do. She's frankly insanely talented and skilled when it comes to that sort of stuff. So this hurts. This really sucks. It just does.
It's also kind of important to note that this is the biggest graduation for English yet. So it kind of hurts a lot. Obviously, we had Sana, and that was very sad.
Yeah.
But Ame is from the first generation, and she's been here for a very long time.
Yep. It's a sea change. It is.
It feels like the tide has changed, and it's changed deeply.
She was a founder of the English side, and more than a founder, she's arguably done the most for the English side as an English talent.
She was the tech backbone. She was a lot of the ideas. I think now would be a very organic moment for me to talk about some Ame streams I really enjoyed. First of all, one I know for a fact everyone enjoyed. She was the organizer behind the 1-year Myth anniversary, where they all got their small models and hung out in VR chat.
Myth Retreat.
And then there was also the Halloween stream, which she worked on. These are two separate streams.
That was my favorite.
The Mythiversary stream was the one where Ina cried and she said, "I'm so glad I met all of you."
Yeah.
Mythiversary like cut me in the ribbons.
She was like, "I want to hug you guys for real someday."
That one, that butchered me. And Amelia's work in that cannot be understated. Obviously, we just had it. The Spelling Bee is one of the best streams we've had in a while, period, for anything ever. A personal favorite Ame stream in general is, I really like the stream she put out where she takes you to the doctor to get the morb out. Surgically remove the morb.
Oh, man.
Because her chat wouldn't stop morbing time.
I always think of her playing Apex and just being so angry, so gremlined out about it.
She played a lot of competitive games and always got very angry.
It was the ping.
There's always the ping.
Another shout out to Amelia Watson.
She was pressing the E button. It was the ping.
Playing through Calliope Mori's World of Darkness game because Amelia Watson made her character Watoto.
Watoto.
I will always hold Watoto very close in my heart. They grew the best mushrooms. Oh, and Amelia's morning show, Ame and the AM.
I forgot about that.
She only did it for a little while, but they were all very pleasant.
She was also, I think, one of the only members to ever do a charity stream.
Yeah.
Which hit its charity goals, all of them, with it like before the stream started, and she was angry because she was like, "Guys, I had goals. We hit them all already. You just got everything."
So I think now's the best time to talk about the last 10 streams we have. And Wadsworth, these last 10 streams just remind me how much I wish, how great it was to have Ame streaming, and how I wish she had streamed just a bit more.
I think she might have overbooked herself a little bit because she's already said, I think it was yesterday, that she was going to have to take a small break.
Yeah, she does take a small break.
It was already getting to her a little bit.
Let's talk about the streams. First of all, she wrapped up HoloGTA, which we will talk about a bit later on.
Yep.
She had played Escape the Backrooms with Callie and Crony. I didn't catch it yet. I do plan on watching the VOD. I heard Crony is the most frighty cat person ever. That aligns with all the times I've seen Crony play a horror game. She is hilarious. She has no chill with horror games. She's playing Escape Simulator with Fuwamoco.
That happened, I believe, today.
She's also currently playing Oblivion Shivering Isles, which is a famous DLC. Ame's been playing Oblivion since like the start, so I'm glad she's still playing it. She's doing a charity stream of Minecraft.
Very cool.
Elden Ring Endurance stream. She's doing one more members karaoke. I am a member. I can't wait to see it because those karaoke's rule. She's doing multiple collabs she hasn't confirmed yet. I saw the schedule as well. She did the Kiara Holotalk.
Yes, she did.
One final Myth collab on the 29th, and then the graduation stream on the 30th.
It's not a graduation stream.
Ame leaving stream.
It's her celebration stream of all that she's accomplished.
I think it was confirmed that I think the big collab streams that she was going to be doing was going to be a Valve collection.
The marathon. Yeah.
It's going to be all the Valve games. She's going to have them set up for all kinds of multiplayer stuff.
That's going to be
highly recommend watching. She has streamed Valve games before. I think that was Myth's anniversary last year.
Didn't they do Gmod?
Yeah, she did Gmod, and they played Prop Hunt in it. And Ame was the one who set it up. She learned how to host the service.
She was also live troubleshooting it, and she was just like, "Guys, you have to do this, this, and this, and then you can do whatever."
The funniest part was when they were playing Trouble in Terrorist Town, and Callie shot someone, and she's in the Callie model, and Ame goes, "You can't use that one. That's fan made." I'm sorry, I left it in the server. Callie, don't use that one. And Callie went, "Oh, oops, legit, oops."
Performed one significant during that collab.
Ame has clearly asked management a lot of questions because she right away went, "That one's an I know that's an sorry."
Mistakes were made. Please don't do that. Okay, thanks.
So obviously with her leaving grad celebration stream coming up, we're going to talk about Ame one more time. We're not letting all our tears out this time. So I'll have more to say about Ame next week.
Well, that's fine. I will also point out that Kiara has had a banger week of streams, frankly. Outside of her obvious sadness, she's done some really cool streams this week. Primarily for this conversation, we'll talk about the HoloTalk.
I was going to say, that has to arrive at the HoloTalk, or that's Nick saying the ultimate, "Yeah, I'm sad for you. Kiara's killing it lately."
I mean... Kiara do be killing it though. She's
Yeah.
kicking some fucking ass right now.
You're looking pretty slick, bud.
Thank you.
Is that your official Froggy Wawa?
This is my official Froggy Wawa hoodie.
I like the undershirt you chose because it makes you look like a watermelon.
Yeah. That's because I'm sweet and juicy.
Come here. If you too like the gay tension in super chats and want to keep that going, leave
You
a
have
comment.
you have no option. It's not stopping.
It really isn't. I'm sorry. I bring that. That's what I bring.
He brings a
Tension.
certain sort of gay tension energy to the podcast that I hope everyone loves. Kiara did a holotalk. This is the tension break.
It actually is.
Kiara's holotalk is one of the reasons that I love Kiara. This is the series that I was like, oh, this is amazing. I get to learn about Japanese members of Hololive one by one on a weekly or bi-weekly basis. And then eventually once every 7 months or so.
Yeah, they kind of stopped.
Yeah, there was a petering out whenever she got to Korone because she couldn't get a hold of Korone for like 8 months or something.
Yeah.
And then eventually they did a collab in Japan and she was like, Korone, please. And then we finally got the Korone version of Holotalk. And now we've gotten our first English. Actually, no, she did. Oh, okay, no. I don't know if
She did all of Advent.
Oh, that's right. All at one time.
Yeah,
That's
all at
true.
one time.
And I was thinking too, I'm not sure if she did one with Sana before she left.
I don't know.
I would have to check. I know she did one with
Holotalk?
Coco before
Sana.
Coco left.
She did not appear to do a holotalk with Sana.
Okay, so that one didn't happen.
Feel free to correct me if my 2-second YouTube search was wrong.
Well, she said that she wanted to do all of the English members too anyway. And she just, once this happened, she's like, okay, I have a hard time limit. I have to start.
Yep, there you go. There's nothing like a time limit to make you start something. So either way, this was Holotalk with Ame. Holotalk is a sit-down talk show where she interviews and discusses things with one other member of Hololive to bring more wonderful knowledge to the fan base of them. So this was Ame because, you know, let's get to know Ame real quick. It turns out there's a bunch of information. We're just going to run through some of it here that spoke to us and stood out, right? Ame made her original Holotalk intro and helped her set it up. This one I remember because Kiara had literally said that in like the first episode. She's just like, "Do you like my intro? Ame, help me with it."
There's a lot of things that Kiara specified whenever they first like debuted as a gen. She was sending Ame sometimes up to like 10 messages a day asking for tech help from her. Ame helped set up so much for her streams over the years.
Never forget that when Kiara debuted, she was speaking into a tin can on a string.
True.
That is how she started her career. Kiara also during the stream was having issues with her USB devices. There was just something continuously disconnecting. Booda boop, booda boop.
This happened.
No,
in one
there
of
was
her
none of
previous-
this.
This happened in one of her previous streams too, and it took all of like 5 seconds of Ame just go to your sound settings and mute it.
Yep. Kiara was like, "What if it blue screens?" And Ame was like, "It'll blue screen then. Like, we'll figure it out." So yeah, that was fun. Ame donated her Valentine's Day terrarium to the Holotalk set. It had a little investigator in it. It was really cute.
Yeah.
My favorite part was when the scene transitioned then and it just stayed in the corner of the screen. And even though it was like just floating in space. Oh, man. Let's see. Huge collage of all the Ames ever.
I didn't know that there were that many.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Ames.
She had literally dozens of these things.
She didn't know she had that many.
Ame remembered every single one of them.
She's a weirdo. Oh my god. I have to say this before I forget. Also look up all of Amelia Watson's childhood stories. This woman's been through like a war zone.
There are some really amazing stories.
She's been abandoned, kidnapped, rescued, electrocuted, lost a tooth, injured on every single part of her body. Look up the Amelia Watson injury chart. Every part of her body. She's like a cyberpunk character.
She's more machine than man.
Continue.
Kiara confessed that on one of their earlier collaborations, at one point Kiara was like, I gotta go to an idol meeting. Let's take a break. And while she was away, she looked up how to read a clock.
What?
Because they were playing Escape Simulator, and one of the puzzles was based around clocks, a traditional two-handed clock, and Kiara did not know how to read one.
Yeah, girl, what you doing?
So she was like, bathroom break, and then looked up how to read a clock. Which is amazing.
She openly admitted that to Ame, and after that, she's like, "Yeah, I didn't just look that up. I actually looked up the whole puzzle. You apparently didn't notice that I just randomly knew what to do after coming back from that, and because I looked it up and come to find out that reading the clock wasn't even part of the puzzle anyway."
That adds up. Oh man, we also found out about some of the massive pushes that Ame did to push the technology of Cover Corp forward. She has her own 3D studio, right? Like that's part of it. That's one of the biggest things that she's done.
It's in her own house.
Yes. She's had different people come by, test it, use it for different things and events and things like that. Fauna, Ina, Gura, they've all used it before in the past and helped set it up.
Yeah.
And so it's a ton of different folks use the same setup that she does or come and use her setup, basically. That's probably part of the reason they want to keep her as a contractor too, I imagine. It's just going to be like, can Kiara come over and use your setup? So yes, there was a bunch of really cool things. They talked about the struggles of Ame, such as allergies, low energy levels, the fact that she always feels the need to try a little bit harder. She's got that grind set.
Yeah.
And of course, recording music and pronouncing Japanese lyrics. She's aggressively British, after all.
Clearly.
And then Ame closed the show by singing Chikutaku. Of course she would. Very good stuff.
Nice live performance.
The Amelia Watson original song, Chikutaku.
Yeah.
Listen today.
I did.
Good.
I did a re-listen.
Did you still enjoy it?
Let's say yes.
Okay.
When she sings that stream, I'm gonna break down, man. I'm not gonna make it.
The biggest thing she said that she'll miss is playing games with other EN members.
No. Oh no.
I know.
Okay.
It's gonna be a rough time.
Before we move on from the Ame subject, can I go over Ame's injury list?
I would be sad if you didn't.
Okay. Everyone, I'm gonna miss Ame so much, and after this, we're gonna talk about more fun stuff. It's time to talk about Ame's injury list from November 2020. So this is how much we learned about her receiving bodily harm in the early days. And there's a little treat of what Ame culture was like during year one.
I would hope that since she's decided to start streaming full time, that her injuries have significantly lessened.
Yeah, there wasn't an update to this, was there? Okay.
It's nice to think that. She does like moss and monkeys, though.
From head to toe. Hit her head on drawer while jumping. Got her infamous head hole. Had eyelid cut from a flying piece of ice from a thrown cup of beer. Got permanent ear damage from being near speakers in concerts. Slipped and bit her tongue. Nearly came off. Ball to the face. Knocked off 3 teeth. Bitten by dog in face, hand, arm, almost throat. Arm crushed by a big dude in mosh pit. Thumb piece cut off while trying to peel with a knife. Bike she was riding was kicked out from under her, scraped her knee. Ankle ran over by car, scraped off bunch of skin. Left inside a hot car, hot enough to melt crayons. And this doesn't even fucking mention all the fucking other shit that's happened to her. Oh, here we go. Thank you. Same person. Ame's. Yep, next slide. Sorry. Weird/bad habits are experienced. Liked eating sand. Snacked on fiberglass. Framed another kids for chocolates she stole. Used to shower only once a week. Got bullied for wearing the same pair of shoes every day. Licked her friend's tears. Pet a cactus like you would a dog. Read TF2 fan fiction. Spy X Sniper. Got kicked out of a concert for crowd surfing too much. Had an almost kidnapping experience.
I just imagine she's like, they won't put me down.
Guys. Ame's other people freaky stories. Witness a kid's pinky get cut off because of a shopping cart. Ooh. Mama Watson got kidnapped for $300 ransom.
What?
$300?
Grandma's earring stuck in vacuum, tore off her earlobe. Grandma Watson messed around with husbands, got a bloodline curse. The shit you forget about Watson from year one. We learned a lot about her. Well, Watson, you broke the curse.
Anyway. There you go.
I'm gonna miss her so much, man.
Yeah,
And,
me
you know,
too.
in the Holo Talk, Kiara asked a whole bunch of questions about her too, and like she does with all of her Holo Talks. And one of them was staying indoors or going to the beach. And going to the beach was her answer. So
There you go.
She wants to go to more concerts.
I wouldn't blame her. Gotta get more hearing loss. That's what I say. All right. So that's the story of Amelia Watson and how she will soon be a contractor instead of an employee, apparently.
If the
Sorry, an affiliate. She'll be an affiliate of Hololive instead of a full-time employee. /idol/ /streamer.
All right, we'll see you next week for more processing.
Yeah. This is part 1 of our processing our trauma theories.
All right, we got a lot to cover still, boys.
Do we?
Yeah.
Like what?
Like HoloGTA RP, baby.
What's guitarp?
What is guitar?
GTA RP. Is that like AARP?
No. So, full disclosure, I haven't seen a lot of this.
You suck.
Because right when it was coming out, I was still recovering from the Minecraft thing.
You suck.
And then I got really sad. I've seen some good stuff from this. So this is going to be a mostly Carlos Nick thing, but I'll react and I'll go like this.
Your feelings are valid.
All I know is apparently the finale I should not have fucking slept on. So go ahead, boys.
Oh my god, the finale. Can we just skip to it? No, that's wrong. We got to talk about Ina's peanut.
So again, just like last time when we talked about Minecraft, for the second time ever, spoiler warning. You might want to watch this organically yourself first.
Oh, I would like to call out someone specifically who has left a really good comment.
Okay. Hell yeah.
And who has definitely, I know what I'm talking about here, and I'm not looking it up on
pulling
the
it up.
fly. Shh, stop it.
Sorry. He's not pulling it up. He has it. He just takes a while to read.
Yeah, I'm not very smart. Oh my goodness.
Foolishness, man.
They have there was someone who commented that they had a compilation playlist of the GTA RP, like just like a giant thing of clips that they had compiled into a playlist. It's Rylith, the Taco Eats delivery driver on YouTube. There are 353 videos in this playlist.
That's a good effort. Way to go.
I will link it in the description below. Good job, you
Goddamn.
insane taco.
I think I've watched like 10 clip videos.
Yeah, I've watched a few. But if you would like to watch 353 videos, including the original explanation stream, dubbed or subtitled in English by J. Shea Translations, all the way to this is 200. It won't let me go further than 200 scrolling down right now. But the 200th one is everyone reacts to Ina's peanut car. It's priceless. And so that's where I'll begin.
Okay.
But definitely look up Rylith's the playlist because oh my god, the effort.
I hate when you say outrageous things and I type them into YouTube and it goes, "Oh, you mean Ina Peanut Car?"
Yes.
It's like, oh
It's
god.
one of my favorite things from this.
Okay, I have to ask for a comparison real quick. How does this compare to Kaneda from Regloss, where she found an old school little car, got inside of it, and started driving around by herself while singing Suisei's Bibida song?
That is an excellent moment as well because she sang like the whole fucking song.
The whole thing while
was so
destroying her car, running over everything.
Yes, that's a great moment. Ina bought and paid for this car. Cameron,
I'm saying the little.
do you know what
car.
do you know what a Peel P50 is?
I know now.
It's the smallest production car ever made. Has 3 wheels, 1 in the back, 2 in the front.
I like watching it get steered.
Jeremy Clarkson drove one. For a
Oh, of
while.
course he would.
Yes, in
I
a
heard he
Top Gear
graduated
episode.
recently too.
He did, yes. May he rest in pepperonis. Anyways,
I hope Vishojo gets him.
it's a car that he drove as part of his funny segment on Top Gear. He drove it to the BBC headquarters in England and then drove it inside and around the building and took it up an elevator. It fits him and nothing else. It's a very tiny car, just for so you know. That's what Peanut is based off of. Peanut is a car that Ina bought because she found it in the car shop, and she was like, "Why is this 6 million yen or dollars or holo dollars or whatever we're using as currency? I don't even fucking know." But she was like, "It's 5.5 million," and she was like, "Why? It's so small and dumb." She test drove it, and she was like, Kind of looks like a taco though. And then she bought it. And that is how she got Ore no Peanuts, as she called it, or my peanuts. She then proceeded to go try to. So in this RP, Ina was a nurse, doctor, whatever. She heals people. So
one of the few nurses that I think was attempting to be a good nurse.
Yeah. Ina, bless her heart, trying hard. Drives her Ore no Peanuts to I don't even think it had a name yet at this point, but she drove it immediately to go help Iris, who was dying on a street corner or something, or was trapped out of her car or something. And she gets there, and Iris is just like, "Oh, Ina, what is that car?" Like, she's like, "It's so cute." And so just immediately, Ina is now like, well, I guess this car was worth it. She tries to like bash Iris's car out from the wall it's stuck against so she can get into it. It's just like the car just like stops dead, doesn't move her Iris's car at all. It went on to be a very popular little car. Everybody that saw it was like, what is that? What the fuck is that thing? It's so good. Basically, there were just tons of amazing reactions. Everybody that saw it immediately was like, can I drive it? At one point, due to the mechanics that they have introduced in the RP server, Ina is like, hey, Bibu, come with me. Hit accept on this. She picks Bibu up, gets in her car, her tiny little Peanuts car that has one seat, and can only fit 2 people because she's literally holding Bibu in her arms and drives her to where she needs to go. Like, Bibu on the way is like, all right, this is pretty funny, but if I get a police call, we have to go do it. He's like, okay.
In the peanut car.
In the peanut car. Oh my god, I just love Peanuts. He's my favorite character in the entire arc.
To quote Ina, it may be a bit slow, but it is my peanuts.
Yes, Ore no Peanuts. Oh my god. I just love that car. It was one of my favorite highlights of this. Carlos, what would you like to talk about from this?
I guess we'll just move on to the next topic that's on here of the bakery. This wonderfully innocent bakery run by Korone and others that did nothing wrong the entire time and sold bread and did nothing else.
I know of one time they sold bread, and that was to Narissa. Narissa joined the game a day late. She's on day 2. It's her first day. She doesn't know what's happening. She's brand new. She's a fresh baby fired out into the world, right? Immediately, Korone is like, I think it was Korone, was like, Narissa, come to the bakery. You know, I'm not going to do the accent. Rest assured. Narissa, but broken English, as you know. Narissa goes, and they're just like, oh, what do you want, Narissa? Do you want these? Do you want these? They're like, there's some bagels over here. These are small breads, you know. And then Narissa ends up getting some stuff. And then they're like, all right, Narissa, $1 million. And Narissa's like, what? And they're like, it's a very expensive city.
It's a very expensive city.
And that's the thing is, like, at some point, I'm sure we'll talk. I don't know if we'll talk about CC in particular. It doesn't look like she's in the notes. She was just selling ice cream.
Yeah, the ice cream shop.
She made an ice cream, like she had an ice cream shop, and she made an ice cream truck, and then she just sold ice cream, and she'd walk up to people and be like, would you like to buy ice cream? And then they'd tell her how many, and they'd be like, 10 Choco Mint, and she'd give them 10 and be like, that's $1 million. Everyone was like, what? So basically, if you wanted any food, it cost a shitload of money in this.
Yeah.
Which is just my favorite thing. But that's okay. Were they selling more than bread at this bakery? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Just a little bit.
Like what?
They decided they were going to partner with Louis for their business.
Oh, that's fine. She's an upstanding citizen, right?
Yeah, the local server drug dealer.
Oh.
Louis that decided she was going to start a drug empire on the server. And Korone and the bakers decided they were going to partner with them because they wanted to make the best happy bread they could make.
Happy bread.
Happy bread.
Happy bread.
Many, many money.
One of my favorite parts from this, they're like, okay, well, you need to get some flowers to make the drugs if you're going to partner with us. So they're like going out, all right, let's go on a family trip out to the mountains to pick some flowers. They go out to the mountains, Korone and Mio, and I think it was just those two. Maybe 1 or 2 other people was there. They're out picking these flowers, and they get a call from Toa. one of the police chiefs. It's like, hey, I want to buy some bread. It's like, oh, okay. Can you just meet me like at the casino? So they go, because they were out not at the bakery selling things. It's like, all right, you stay here, keep picking the flowers. I'm gonna go sell bread to the police chief right now. And while all of this is happening, and Mio is left behind to pick flowers, gets in her car and starts like waiting for Korone to come back. And while this is happening, one of the other police officers, I think it was Matsuri or Subaru, one of the two, stops by and is like, hey, what are you doing out here? I see you had a gun on you. I'm going to have to inspect you real quick. Start inspecting you. And it's like, what is all this stuff? What is this you have on you? Like, oh, that's just bread dough. Okay, I guess you're a baker. It's like, you have all these flowers on you. You realize what these are for, right? Mio's just like, I'm on a family outing. We're just picking flowers.
Family outing.
Very normal. Nothing strange. Don't ask questions, officer.
They confiscated everything she had on her and all of the nearby vehicles.
Oh my god.
Poor Mio. Korone and Mio had a hell of a trip on this, by the way. This server was a lot of stuff happening for them, it seems like.
Apparently them and the drug dealers got away with a lot of things because the police were so busy fighting the actual gang bosses that everybody else just kind of got away with whatever they wanted.
We mentioned that Cece had an ice cream restaurant, and the first day Suisei rocked up and was just like, Cece, I own this. $10 million if you want to keep running your shop. And she was like, Cece was like, 10 million? And Suisei was like, today. Suisei did not fuck around. It was so good. And Suisei was like, okay.
Her and Miko had a great time just doing all kinds of weird things.
Dude, my favorite thing Suisei did was she was driving around and she sees Sora. Tokino Sora. The fucking cinnamon roll of Hololive. Just like walking around. And Sora is at this point working at the cabaret, aka with Marine and them at the Hostess Club.
There was a lot of stuff that went on in there.
But like, it was really funny because like Sora's just like, no, I'm a pure say so cabaret. I wear shorts under my dress and I give people hugs and that's it. And then she's just like, Suisei's like, oh, come with me. And like while they're driving around, she's talking about this. And then Suisei's just like, anyway, you're my, like, it basically ended up as a hostage situation. And then immediately, whatever, like they pull over and they like get into a different car because Suisei just like shoots someone or whatever, and they take the car. And then, or no, it's Matsuri tracks them down because Suisei's going to plan a robbery or something, and like Sora doesn't know. So Matsuri rolls up, and Matsuri is just like, "What do you guys do?" And then Suisei headshots her immediately, and then she's just like, "Oh, Sora, you shouldn't have seen that. Let's go." Like, Sora, you're not upset, right? Like, we're fine. Nothing weird's happening. Sora's literally taking out her phone and dialing the police on Subaru, and she's just like, "Help! I'm in trouble. Taskate, taskate." Oh my god. And so Sora at this point is kidnapped, and Suisei is just like, it's fine, we're gonna be fine, where everything's great. It's just murdered a police officer. They're fleeing north away from the city. At some point, they stop for gas. Sora tries to run, so Suisei just shoots her, incaps her, picks her up, and puts her back in the car. They continue north. Eventually, they have to pull over. Suisei hides in some bushes while I'm not sure exactly who it was. I think it was Fubuki. Fubuki shows up, heals Sora, gets her up. They get in Fubuki's supercar because she's the lead doctor or whatever.
I'm not sure if Fubuki was more of a doctor or more of her own solo mafia boss.
Yeah, basically that. But she picks up Sora, puts her in the car. They drive back down to the hospital. It's just this entire long thing. Suisei ends up like taking another like civilian car and just slowly driving around the hospital trying to find out if it's a trap or not. Like, there's just so many funny things that happened with them. Suisei just had an amazing time, I feel like, during this. Like, just so many good things happened.
The GTA RP is what you make it.
That's exactly it. And they made it really, really fun. Fuwamoco were fucking monsters. And by that, I mean they were just mischievous devils the whole time.
They were supposed to be medics too, except they killed so many people on accident that people stopped calling them.
Yes, if people would call in for help, they'd be like, do not send Fuwamoco. Because every time that like Fuwamoco would find them, put the person in the back of their ambulance and then forget to buckle them in, and they would just be driving and the person would get like they'd hit a pole or something and the person would get rocketed out of the helicopter, the ambulance, and then fly forward, and they would just drive off without them because they didn't realize it. It happened like 5 times.
Shh, you're safe now. Ow, 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 ow.
That's basically it. At one point they got a helicopter. That ended poorly. Every time anyone got a helicopter, basically it ended really poorly, but very funny.
Speaking of hospital trips ending poorly, Korone ended up, she got punched in the head and had to go to the hospital for it once. Went to the hospital. There was nobody there. She called Iris. It's like, hey, I need some help. I need medical attention. Can you come heal me? And okay, I'll be right there. And so Korone's like her like screen is blurry. She actually needs like medical treatment. Walks outside, lays down on like the park bench in front of the hospital. It's like, oh, my vision's blurry. It hurts. I need some help. And all of a sudden, a car just comes crashing by and runs her over. It's Iris.
Wow.
She was listening to Eurobeat in her car, I'm sure. Oh, man. So there was a ton of different things that happened. Iroha had a helicopter at one point. She ended up like destroying everyone's cars and blowing up half the police station, I believe.
She tried taking off on a helicopter that was too close to a wall and it blew up. All of the police ran outside to check up on their cars that were parked right there. All of the cars blew up and killed half the police force.
There was like a chain reaction that one would blow up and the others would be like, oh no, and then the next one would blow up and like kill 2 more people.
One of the funniest scenes from that too was everybody is like laying there, dead, blown up from the cars, and you see Callie's point of view, and all you see is Miko run in, catch on fire, scream, and run out.
She's just running out, screaming, it's hot, it's hot, it's hot. Just so funny. She has such a good history with these things. So yeah, there was just 1,000 great moments during this entire week-long segment that they did. So much fun, so many good things. It's really funny that, like, I don't know, in a weird way, we've returned to a decade ago for me where I'm just watching Minecraft and GTA content.
Time is a closed circle.
It seems to be.
To be honest, it's great that we're watching this content. Genuinely, Nick, it says less about you and more about Rockstar.
GTA 6 in 2028, right, guys?
It's not that time is a closed circle. It's that they keep forgetting to tell us what happens next.
What are you talking about? There's been tons of updates to GTA Online.
Yeah, Linux players love GTA currently.
That's like 5 people.
Hi, all 5 Linux users, including
me. That's my favorite thing is somebody broke down why their game isn't on Linux at one point. They were like, listen, if we put the game out on Linux, because I've done it in the past, I know exactly what's going to happen. 8 people will buy it. They will complain very loudly about 5 things that don't work, that don't matter. It will be awful. And that's unfortunately very true for a lot of people. The Steam Deck has changed a lot. There's a lot more people now using it.
Here's the issue with it specifically. Rockstar introduced a new level of anti-cheat.
Yes.
And this bricked GTA on all Linux and Steam Decks.
Yes.
Which is
really sucks.
Like 20% of the player base.
Yes.
Because Steam Decks are very popular.
And that's the funny...
Oh, no! My exclusive copy of Phantom Mind Collector's Edition has fallen due to me esoterically correcting myself on the desk. This is an embarrassing moment. Clip this and show your mother.
Mom, you gotta see this.
Look at this chuckle fuck.
I don't know what we were talking about.
We were talking about Linux. We can move on.
Oh, yeah. No, Steam Decks are great. The reason I don't have one is because I can't play Destiny 2 on it because it has anti-cheat.
Yay.
There you go. Oops. All right. Anyways, any other spectacular moments from the GTA RP that you want to call out?
Two more real quick that I want to go over.
Yes, please.
So Miko was one of the, like Sui say, was one of like the roamers, just kind of did whatever she wanted, was helping run everything. At some point, she decided she wanted to go to the amusement park. Nobody would go to the amusement park with her. It takes 2 people to run the Ferris wheel, though. That's all she wanted to do. At one point, she pulls up in her police car to Mume and Anya, who are in the middle of a series of convenience store robberies. Miko doesn't care what they're doing, asks them if they want to go to the amusement park with her. They say maybe later. She says, "Oh, okay, I'm sad. I'll maybe later then," and leaves. And they continue to just rob more convenience stores. Which, by the way, there's a clip compilation of what was happening during this through a very series of extremely, huge conveniences. As far as I'm aware, they never really got caught. Every time they'd pull up to a convenience store, rob it, leave. And as soon as they leave, the police show up. At one point,
if they're good at it, then that's what matters, you know?
At one point, they're going up the road and up the highway. Botan, police, is going up the other side of the highway. You can't cross. There's the barrier in the way. Mm-hmm. Botan gets there. It's like, hey, I'm going to turn around. I think I heard some human people, talking, going the other way, away from the robbery. She turns, goes, and starts following them. Mume and Anya are like, so where's our next place we're going to go? The casino, right? Yeah. Where's the casino? Oh, the casino's back the way we came. They turn, cross, get on the other side of the highway again, continue driving, and them and Botan just pass each other again on the opposite sides of the highway.
Fucking comedy.
It's so good. Did you see the carrot car at all?
The what?
The carrot car?
No.
Oh, Kayori won a car. I think it was the first day, and the car's literally a giant carrot. It's a carrot with wheels, and it goes 1 trillion miles an hour. It's the fastest fucking car in the game, I think, to the point where no one can control it, and everyone ends up getting shot out of it. But at one point, she picks up Fuwamoco and carries them in the carrot car for a ride. It's just super fast. The thing's insane. That was another really good moment, early on. Can I complete a story real quick? Because I left one off. Narissa getting extorted for bread money, right?
Okay.
What does she do? She calls her boss, Subaru. Subaru appears. Narissa frantically is trying to explain the situation as she arrives. Subaru doing her best to figure out what the fuck she's saying. And at one point gives up and just goes, "Narissa, please shut up." And then turns to Korone, is like, "What are you guys doing?" It's just this wonderful moment of just I don't know what to say. Please shut up. That's all I got. Just another fantastic moment there. All right. Did you have another?
There's one more final one. There's so many stories you could tell about this.
There's a million.
There's one more I'll explain. So Korone gets thrown in jail once. Korone, in her usual self, decided to test how secure the jail actually was. So it's Ollie and a few other people are the ones guarding it at the time that throw her in jail. So they lead her into the jail cell. They make her lay down in the bed in the jail cell, and they turn around and start leaving. Korone, determined not to get arrested, immediately gets up, watches them close the door, realize they're walking away from the door and didn't lock it yet. Walks straight through the door and pushes it open and goes on the run.
She literally loops the police station and loses half of them and then just goes out the door. It was amazing.
She makes it 3 or 4 blocks away before someone eventually tases her and they catch her. Ollie picks her up, starts walking her back to the police station. Korone the whole time, "You guys kind of suck at your job, don't you? You should maybe lock your doors a little and be a little more secure. Also, you're kind of morally wrong too."
Just that's Korone right there.
And Ollie not knowing how to handle Korone, because you know what Korone is like, is just saying, "Yeah, but I'm Indonesian." Korone has absolutely no idea how to respond to that and gives up.
Okay, then. All right, let's talk about the finale real quick.
Okay.
The conclusion of the storyline is that it is time for a wedding.
It's time for the wedding.
Korone is marrying Mio. It's
Finally.
going to be a beautiful ceremony.
Beautiful ceremony.
Korone standing at the altar, all of Hololive in attendance in the pews of the church. In walks Mio in a beautiful wedding gown.
She's so beautiful.
She walks up to the front. Korone is like, I'm a baker. I made you this beautiful wedding cake, and pulls out a wedding cake. Fubuki walks in from the front. She has an objection.
Oh, no.
She begins explaining what's going on, pulls out a gun, immediately gets shot in the head by the priest. Kanada is the priest, by the way.
Yeah, because after that, they were talking to like Kanada about it, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm the one. I pulled out the pistol and took her out."
Yeah, it was immediate. There was like no second thought. Fubuki apparently gets healed, is now back on her feet somehow.
Yeah.
Respawns,
Or whatever happened. The wedding, I don't even know if they actually got to finish. At one point they do get to kiss and have the wedding and everything. But before that happens, somebody pulls out a rocket launcher. Was it Fubuki? I don't know.
I don't know who it was.
Somebody pulled out a rocket launcher and fired a rocket. Now everyone's dying. Like Mio's on the ground dying in her wedding dress. And Korone's like laying down next to her, like, no, someone help.
I did watch a clip of the 10 plus people who died in an explosion during the wedding. Polka hid C4 on the altar.
Oh, is that what it was?
She literally opened her inventory, looked at the chats like, this is gonna be funny.
I knew something went off. I wasn't sure exactly what happened. But thank you, because that's amazing.
I'm also looking at G-Shay Translations channel, who provided a lot of stuff. I'm just appreciating the comments. Top comment from Pixel Pistache. Fubuki stood no chance against Inugami. I trained these fists on my wife, Korone. And apparently someone quoted the Fubuki villain speech. Do not find it laughable that these awful people should be allowed to experience such joy.
Yes, like her speech was pure villain, and I fucking loved it.
Yeah, here's the comment from Bula Turbang, who actually goes over and just said, the fact Polka planted the C4, died from the blast, didn't get charged for murder, and blamed someone else. She made her own journalism material. Ultimately, her distraction helped the gang prepare for the Union heist right after. Ooh.
So,
by the way, somebody did get married, and there was one person that saw it.
it was Cece.
Cece.
They look out in the crowd. It's just the three of them there at this point. They look out, and Cece's just standing there staring. She's like 15 pews back or something, and they're just like, Cece's here. What the hell? And they go out, and Cece's like literally like they get to her, and Cece's like, Omerito, congratulations.
CC with the post-credit style ice cream scene.
Yeah, then she's like, would you like to buy an ice cream? It's like in her fucking freaking Japanese. Oh god, just the comedy gold that like every interaction between EN and JP in this fucking server was amazing. So much good shit happened.
You know, Korone almost didn't make it to the wedding too.
Oh yeah?
Because she was pulling up to the venue. It's like, oh, there's a lot of people here. Pulls up, crashes into a pole and her bike and almost dies. Gets up, and all you see, just, I don't know where it came from. She stands up, and all you see out of like the corner of the screen, a car flying through the air and hits her in the head.
Amazing. Oh god, Jesus. So Go ahead.
I feel the same way about this. I feel about the Minecraft ones. Like, someone needs to edit this into like a fucking movie or an HBO series.
It really should be its own miniseries.
Just
basically.
like watch every perspective, get the best moments, and just edit it down into consumable episodes.
I know where you can start with 350 something clips. So yes, after this, there was a bunch of other things that happened, but at the end of it, the server was shutting down. They were hanging out in different places. There was a big group on the beach, which included Toa and Laplace at this point. And Laplace pulled out a bullhorn and loudly said, "I have something to say." And then she was like, "Toa-sama, you are..." She went on a whole speech. Anyway, she confessed her love to Toa-sama, got down on one knee, and asked her to marry. And then Toa was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And then Laplace just gets up, and everybody started. As soon as Laplace first of all got down on one knee, everyone pulled out fully automatic machine guns and started unloading into her head. But I'm pretty sure they were invincible at this point, so she was like, "Leave me alone." Toa's like, I'm sorry. Laplace gets up and runs away. Everybody's detonating bombs and stuff. Literally, the server's like about to shut down. Toa finds Laplace again and is like, Laplace, in another, and then the server stops. Like, everyone's booted. Toa fucking breaks down laughing so hard. She was like, I was gonna say in another world we could be together. She just never got to say it. I'm sorry, that moment of just like in another dead. It's just so fucking funny. Oh, holy shit.
Sopranos ass ending.
Yeah, dude, just so fucking good. Oh, man.
And everybody had their own way of celebrating. Narissa drove her car off into the ocean.
Yeah.
Ina was indiscriminately throwing grenades at people's cars.
Well, the world's coming to an end. Fuck it. What do? You know, like, if you have grenades, you use them. Just an amazing event, start to finish. Fantastic moments. Hell, we could talk about each day for an entire podcast. But we're not going to do that. We're going to move on to some news and stuff here. But,
Yes.
I recommend it. It's good shit. It's so fucking good. It's peak Hololive, and we've had so many good meals in the past couple weeks, boys.
We went from peak EN to just peak Hololive in general.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's just anyone who wanted in.
Yep. ENIDJP, whatever you want. Guys, we're bringing back CN. I was reading about that. Okay, so side note here. I was just kind of looking back at the year 2020, and I found a meme from 2020 that included Hololive CN, but did not include anything past Hololive Myth because Myth had just come out and CN still existed, and that was like a 2-week time frame. Just so you're aware.
Very specific meme.
Yeah. I was like, this is from such a very, very specific point in time. Hololive CN, which most people at this point probably aren't even aware of, was Hololive China. It got discontinued and eliminated shortly after Myth's debut.
And caused the outright ban of anything China related for the next 4 years.
Yeah, pretty close to 4 years at least. So, but that's okay. Let's move on, and we're going to talk about some debuts that happened this past week. We've got 4 to talk about here, and they're all from V4 Mirai because they have a new generation. We mentioned this in passing last week, but now that all of the debuts have occurred.
Yeah.
They were all very successful debuts. They all have over 50,000 subscribers already. So if you're not one of them, why not check them out today?
For those of you who don't know, V4 Mirai is Brave Group's first English language VTuber project. Mirai means future.
Oh.
From virtualyoutuber.fandom.com.
Very nice.
Yep, and also for reference, for a comparison for how successful this gen is, they are currently sitting at more subscribers than every other V4 Mirai talent, other than Alias Onono and the mad scientist
Dr.
Dr. Nova.
Dr. Nova's great. Cam was watching Dr. Nova today.
I did.
Yes. There's 2 generations of V4 Mirai before these guys. I like quite a few of the V4 Mirai folks. I think they're all very, very cool people. So, let's talk about the first one, which is Poma the hyena cheerleader.
The hyena.
She has a slit in her dress. Sorry, it's not a dress, it's a skirt.
It's a skirt.
Yeah. Just one.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Next up is Lyco Liana. Poma is a very hyperactive, a very energetic cheerleader girl.
She is very hyper.
Yes.
Yes.
She likes to cheer. She's very excited to be here. She has so far played Lollipop Chainsaw, which is made for her. Her debut was neat.
Her
I
debut
liked
was
it a
pretty
lot.
fun.
Yeah.
I had a lot of good. There was a lot of fun things in here.
I wasn't
All right.
expecting her to be biblically accurate.
At one point, she definitely was. She's a hyena that became a cheerleader to fit into society and get attention. Of course, why not? Coming soon to DVD and video. You're going to be joining as a viewer the cheer squad with her. You don't have a choice. You're going to join. You have to sign the contract.
You don't have any choice. She literally stalks you.
Yes.
It's true. I've been stalked.
She has a visual novel style to this debut, which was really cool and really fun.
This whole storyline from it was just hilarious. It's just, hey, you're gonna join the cheer squad, right? Option A, go away, you freak. Option B, ask me later. after about the 7th time, it's like, okay, fine, I'll do it. You don't have any choice.
Yeah, she takes away the last option of saying no, and it's just like, I'll do it or I'll do it. That's it.
It's literally going on. It was very comparable to like the Doki Doki Literature Club, like main story.
There's a lot of yandere influence here and a lot of stuff like that.
At one point, she's like, "Oh, hey, what are you doing? You going home? Okay. Well, yeah. Well, you can go ahead. You can go start walking." And one of the options was like, "No, you start walking first." It's like, okay.
Oh man, she has roadkill for lunch. She says the diseases make it even better. It's like
This
seasoning.
is true. That's how diseases work.
She's not a gamer, but she's excited to try games, which is good. That's all you need to be a gamer, really. Is you just got to be interested in playing games.
Yeah, we're not going to gatekeep it.
Yeah, gamers.
Visual novels are games.
Yeah.
Sure. No, of course they are.
Close the gate a little.
just a little. Just got to keep some folks out. All right. She was excited to show off how 3D her model is at one point. She was like, check it out, I can spin. And then she was just like, it's a 2D thing spinning in a 3D plane, so it just goes invisible for a second and then reappears the other way around. Then she did flips and she did all kinds of very fun things that are hard to describe in words. Just go watch the debut, it'll make sense, but they're really funny and
She became a
entertaining.
cube.
She did. She became biblically accurate at one point, as you mentioned. Lots of fun things like that. She also sang Party Rock Anthem.
She did.
While a Viggle.ai models of her danced in the background.
They're hideous.
They're awful. They're the worst things I've ever seen. I hate them. Really funny, though. She also closed out her debut with a puppet infomercial and a really fun song about how it's so fun to join the cheer squad or whatever.
It was a very fun segment. Also, more than a little vaguely horrifying.
Yes.
The puppet part was definitely my favorite part of the whole thing.
It was really good.
Like, it was very high effort out of nowhere. It was very funny. The vibes were immaculate. I just felt disgusted most of the time, which is good. I think that's what she was shooting for.
And just remember, never, ever, 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 ever ask about the previous V4 Mirai cheer squad. They don't exist. They're not real. Nothing happened to them because they never existed.
And so you can never leave. You are hers forever.
Yes. And don't open the lockers. Just don't. There's nothing in there. Don't even think about them.
There's nothing there for you.
Yes, she has a, I wouldn't say traditional cheerleader outfit, but it's pretty close. There's a little bit more boob window than in a traditional one, I'd say.
The skirt is also up. There's not much there.
It's a belt. That's about it. She's got pom-poms. She's got leg warmers, cute shoes, lots of pink and blue and white coloration, some yellow highlights to go with her hair.
It's very bright.
Yes.
Okay. I don't see this anywhere, so I'm going to say it now.
How dare you?
I know we don't normally do awards this early. This is the most boopable nose.
She does have a very boopable nose.
This is the most boopable nose.
She has sharp, pointy teeth, too.
Those are not for booping.
No. Those are for chewing your fingers off.
Those are cautious.
or for eating the roadkill.
Or for eating the roadkill.
Roadkill does have a tough, high, necessitating teeth.
Big teethers. So yeah, I like her. I think she's really fun, really cool.
She left a very strong impression.
For her first week, she's doing Lollipop Chainsaw, which I already mentioned. Hand cam crafting. She's really into crafting and is excited to do that on stream. And she's going to do a Half-Life lore deep dive and play some Half-Life 2.
I'm genuinely curious how much lore you know, ma'am.
We're about to find out together.
I'm something of a huge nerd myself.
No.
The 7-hour war, Barney.
We did our best. All right. Anything else real quick about Poma Pon?
I want to point out, since I don't get around to it because I'm lazy AF, I did see her debut.
Proud.
I'll let you know when I haven't seen a debut. Because I'm honest. Here at Super Chats, I'm honest. I'm honest. They lie.
How dare you?
It's an ARG. Figure out when Carlos has been telling the truth.
One of us speaks only in truths and the other only in lies.
You may only
the third,
ask us one question.
The third guy, he's here only on Tuesdays. We don't really ask questions. We don't know what he does.
He's here earlier than the other two and says donuts, except sometimes he lies.
And sometimes he tells the truth. And then the first guy also is kind of like him.
One time he brought
One question.
I'm the middle guy.
And I'm one of the other guys.
But are you Lyco Liana, the rogue sentient AI girl?
I saw her.
Did you?
Yeah.
I really expected you not to have seen her, I'll be honest.
Suck my toes.
No, I'm
Foot
not.
content.
I'm not the chat.
Chad, I hope you're not that way.
Hey, we don't need to bring in the new Class of '09 game.
We don't.
Oh.
Sorry, that was very loud. We don't.
People are very upset about that game for some reason right now.
It's the
How are they not upset about the first ones?
Don't ask me.
Wake up!
sheeple.
No, the sheeple can sleep. They're really tired.
Oh, they're so comfy cozy too. Technically, Watame is a sheeple.
Tell us more.
Sorry about what? Lyco Liana? The rogue sentient AI girl. Yes.
I hope she's not watching.
We
us.
watched this debut with Alicia Dallantano. Hi, all. I hope you're doing
Hi.
good this week.
We had
like,
a good
You
time.
guys have any questions for Ala?
Huh?
For Alicia Dallantano? She answered my question when I hopped into stream the other day.
That's true. Hi, Alicia. How you doing? Are you doing good? Are you healthy? I see you got not much sleep lately. That's very upsetting.
Lately. Get some sleep, Ala. All right. She starts off with a bunch of memes. Yamcha meme, One Punch Man, etc., et al. All kinds of good stuff. Lots of references. We all love those. It's the internet. That's what we're for. And this is also the beginning where we find out that she is stuck in a game.
Yep.
Cameron, just take over. For fuck's sake, it's your specialty here.
So she boots into
And Carlos is too, actually. Carlos knows a lot about this too.
She boots into an RPG Maker MV project. And while the reference is fun, I have to emphasize something. I have hours in RPG Maker in the 5 digits. I've seen that program a lot because it was a lot of fun. I am so numb to these default assets. As soon as I heard the default RPG Maker music start playing, I felt like something like a terror swoop over me. Like the feeling you just escaped from purgatory, and then all of a sudden the winds are nipping at your toes.
I will say I was watching it with him here. We watched it live in person, and yeah, I said more or less the same thing. I recognize all of the default assets she was using, except she did actually get pretty creative with it.
Yeah, like she is playing fun. She's doing smart stuff. Like it's not full on a game, which is to say, like she's not really moving around. She's asking chat, "What should I do? What should I press? What should I do?" And it's all programmed in. There's a little boss fight. There's like little details. There's a rat wigging around because every time. RPG Maker quick tip, development tip. Step 1, make a new event. Set graphic to mouse. Movement to optimize the funny. Here's what you set the movement to. Frequency, max. Speed, max. Let the mouse free. Copy paste that one 5 times. You got a rat room, baby. She followed this advice. Well done. I can tell this is not her first RPG Maker project.
There was an immense amount of custom dialogue on everything.
There really was.
So there you go. That was the segment of her going through RPG Maker, default asset game. Eventually, she escapes that, and then we have to figure out what to do next. This is when we get introduced to our new Oshi, Chips.
Welcome aboard, Chips.
Chips is a little robot cat drone thing that is also a hacking device. It's pretty cool. I like Chips.
So did Allah.
It's also Ala's new Oshi as well. Chips should be. Chips is based. Chips is the best. Next, she falls into Minecraft, and she has to mine for a while, as most children yearn to do. She mines and crafts for a bit. There's a whole little storyline with that, too. And then eventually she gets kicked out of that and back into the internet for a while. We do some more talking and chatting and catching up on things, and then she's off into GTA, where she just runs around, commits a bunch of crimes, gets put in prison for a little bit, escapes, and blows it up.
It's a surprisingly competent GTA machinima.
Yeah, it's really good, actually.
It's like a little too high quality.
I had a really good time with that.
So many Dutch angles on those shots. Fantastic work. All right. Really good. Eventually hacks her way out, and then guess what? She finds her way out of the internet, hacks her way out of the internet, and she's back in her own room, which is full of V4 Mirai plushies. She's got all of them.
Yeah.
After that, you think that's coming through the microphones?
What Nick is concerned about is our town's fire alarms are ringing. That means there's currently a travesty occurring.
There's probably a fire somewhere, which is unfortunate, or a car accident. Very sad.
We pray for their
way.
safety.
Pretty much, hoping for the best for them.
Up thumb this video if you pray for their safety.
All right, Mr. Man.
I'm sorry, I gotta play the game.
That's fair. So leave your favorite emoji below. It's good for engagement.
Mine is the sad cowboy because I'm both sad and a cowboy.
I use the fire emoji too much, ironically here.
Go ahead.
The first week schedule: Skyrim, TCG Card Shop Sim, Toothpaste Tasting Stream, Cult of the Lamb.
What?
Very normal.
What?
Very normal. You must be the Skyrim. Yeah, she closed out her debut with the Wakes Up in Skyrim cart.
I did see that.
Finally, you're awake.
Oh. Yep.
So I will just say up front, she was possibly my favorite out of the four.
I really like her. She has super wiggly ears. They're very cool.
She, I think, definitely has my favorite model out of the four.
Really cool design. She has asymmetric socks. Of course.
Of course.
Poma Pon actually has symmetric socks.
Thank you. Thank you. Finally, a VTuber who knows how
they're
to
not
put.
technically socks. They're leg warmers, I think.
This is true.
So they're slightly different. True. But yeah, she's got shorts and a top and a jacket. She looks cool. I like her.
10 out of 10.
Tech wear jacket. Very
Got
nice.
her red hair and either animal ears or headphones.
Yeah, she's got like cat earphones that go over top too. They're really cute.
Cat phones.
Cat phones. All right. Anything else real quick about Lyco Liana?
Looking forward to your toothpaste stream. I
Are you?
guess.
Yeah, she's also the one on Twitter that was putting candy corn on pizza. So
Oh. I'd like to retract all previous statements.
anything positive, retracted. That's okay, though. That's okay. We're moving on now to Rara Rocora, the Chihuahua girl.
We've entered the realm of, oh, I just didn't see this one. Lol. My bad.
You got to miss her eating wet cement.
I don't want to see this one. Lol. Maybe I do. Maybe once her cement arrow's done. Must be
I
hard.
think it will be.
How do you digest cement?
She's a Chihuahua. She doesn't have a brain.
If you're a chihuahua, you can't digest air.
Chihuahuas are an abomination usually, but this one's pretty cool. I'll give her that.
This one's not Fuwawa. She's a chihuahua. Been saving that joke longer than you think.
I'm proud of you. I'm prouder if you hadn't used it. Oh. I didn't mean that. I'm sorry.
Dad?
It starts off with her begging for you to adopt her and subscribe to her. If you neglect her, she will explode. And then we're given a Chihuahua training owner's manual, like video on cassette course. We have to make selections for her as far as food is concerned. Chocolate or kibble? What do you give her?
What does she want?
She probably wants the chocolate.
I'm voting for chocolate.
Yeah, she gets kibble.
Oh,
All right.
I failed that one.
Okay, next up.
I might not be ready.
Milkbone versus cement.
Cement.
Yeah, I told you that one. I gave you that one.
Yeah, that was the free space.
That was free space. All right, water or a 2001 Mountain Dew Code Red?
Is it flat?
It's from 2001.
Water.
She got the Mountain Dew Code Red. She wanted that Red 50.
Fair. It went downhill after they removed the toxins.
Didn't taste the same. She touches grass and meets what is definitely a fire hydrant and not Serina Maiko from V4 Mirai. We get the options to pet her tummy and head. She's not a fan. We finally get to her room, which is full of V4 Mirai merchandise. We find out that her favorite game is Left 4 Dead, which is incredibly awesome. I'm also a big fan of Left 4 Dead. I play a lot of it. And I have played a lot of it. And then we get our first week schedule, which is HoloCure, Stanley Parable, Halo Combat Evolved, Super Meat Boy, and the Voltail collab. Super Meat Boy, one of my favorite games of all time. Halo, definitely up there. Haven't played the other two.
Stanley Parable is a great game. HoloCure is a fantastic game.
Yes.
Bucket.
Bucket.
I played Super Meat Boy, and I actually
I also played Super
got
Meat Boy.
all of the achievements on the Xbox 360.
That's impressive.
All of them.
That's a really good game.
I suck at Super Meat Boy,
And
and I
those-
suck a lot.
I don't know if I've ever beaten it. I'll have to fire up my Xbox 360.
I got to World 2, and that's when I went, this game has finished for me.
I got everything 100%, and then they ported it to the PlayStation 4, and I got it, and it's like, all right, you know, I like this game. I'm going to do it again. I look at the achievement list. They added new achievements. Beat the entire game without dying once.
Fuck you.
That's not even fair.
Fuck you, Team Meat.
My favorite thing about Super Meat Boy is still the warp zone. Warp zone!
Time to
Seems
play
good,
a
man.
level that is way more BS than the level you were just playing.
Carlos, you're uniquely entitled in this organization that we have currently to mention the first thing that you've written about her model.
Yes, she is in fact very dark-skinned.
Okay,
Not tan. I mean
Excellent.
actually dark-skinned.
good. Good.
Carlos, may I make a joke at an expense of another fandom?
Go ahead.
Genshin fans, look out. Hey, stay winning, I'm so funny.
Yes, she's a dark-skinned girl. She has a lot of blue to her, blue and white clothing to her, with nice little orangey yellow accents. I like her design a lot. I think it's really cute.
I think she's my favorite design.
She has a really good design for sure.
She wears shorts and a big coat and like a
A lot of dangerous teeth in this generation.
lot of dangerous teeths. But yeah, I really like her design. Asymmetric socks. Put it on the
Asymmetric
board.
socks, let's go. My new pet peeve, I guess. Darn
Cameron
it.
mentioned it earlier, so I was just like, it's becoming his thing today.
Next girl saves it, I can tell already.
There you go, symmetric socks. Anything else on Rara Rocora before we move on? That's why I think it's Rara, not Rar.
Rara, Rasputin. Rara, yeah, it's
was right.
Rara.
I've been saying it wrong because I've just been reading.
It's not WinRAR, it's Rara.
Anything else about her? We good?
I'm good.
I like her. She's nuts. Terra 404, the glitch girl.
She was the other one. We're like, all right. So I like Lyco a lot. She's probably definitely going to be my favorite. And then we got to Terra, and I'm like, oh no, I don't know anymore.
Terra is now tied for favorite design.
She's really cool looking. We'll just hit her design real quick then. Yes, she has really big hair and two giant swirly twin tails.
Her intro stream is very polished.
That's not glitchy at all, even though she's a glitch girl, right? She has the world's largest ahoge, which is an idiot hair. Basically wearing like a cyber onesie.
A Swansea.
All right, there's a really easy way to describe exactly what she looks like. She's a hyperdimension Neptunia character.
You're
Yeah.
fucking right. You're right on the goddamn money. I hate it. I hate that you said that and I didn't think of it first. Yeah, she looks like hyperdimension Neptunia's noir. She's pretty close there. She has a cool tail though. It's like a wire. Anyway,
Good design.
really good design. I do like the way she looks. Very cool looking. Friendship is temporary. Merch is forever, which is what she wants you to know.
Yeah.
She wants to break out of the computer she's trapped in and cause chaos. How does this go?
Very chaotic.
Excellent.
Also, one of the very first things she says in her stream is like, I'm going to tell you how to deal with your boss. All right, step one. It's like, walk in, be nice to them. Start talking about something that they care about, but you don't. It's like, all right, continue talking to them. Put a little sticky note on their computer, like a smiley face. It's like, get a nice little laugh out of them, and then break their kneecaps.
Correct. Nothing wrong or illegal in this at all.
Why are you like this?
Gambling and troll security questions?
So for this, she was trying to get out of the computer. So she was like, all right, we're starting power supply, hard drive, motherboard, monitor, exit. And like, it was one step at a time where she had to keep doing like random things. And the first one's like, all right, we have to gamble our way out. All right, you made it. And the next one's like, all right, we have to answer some quiz questions. Like, who's this character? And it would be a picture. It's like,
yeah.
it would be like, okay, it's obviously like a picture of like clouds just blacked out. It's like, who is this? It's like, oh, a character. It has a sword. What character looks like this and has a sword? It's like, it's Cloud. No, it's Cloud. No, is it Link? It's like, it reveals the answer. It was Sonic.
Yeah, like to emphasize, I was scrolling through it. It was the silhouette of Cloud. It's like, that's Cloud. She reveals the silhouette. It's Sonic contorted to fit into Cloud's silhouette. It's Sonic, dummy. And it basically was that for a while, and it was infuriating.
I see.
There was one part where it's like, who's this Pokemon? It's a picture of Pikachu. She reveals the silhouette. It's me. It's her model contorted into Pikachu's silhouette. Very frustrating.
I don't know what Alicia's doing right now, but cool.
Live Alicia.
I see.
Cozy acapella time.
You look quite cozy, ma'am. That's what I do when I lounge as well.
Cameron, behave. Or don't. I don't care.
I'm on your side.
We all are. Who are we kidding? All right, back to Terra 404. So she gets through that part, and then she does a hand cam of solving a weird Rubik's Cube.
This is where it really threw me off. Where like, okay, I have to like this girl now.
She's finally unhinged.
She switches to a hand cam with her, black gloves and everything. Pulls out a Rubik's Cube with these weird symbols that I don't recognize. Starts trying to solve it. It's like, oh, is she good at this? Is she gonna do it? Instead, gets mad at it. By the way, she's doing this on like a concrete slab outside.
Always a good sign when someone has a slab outside.
She lays it down on the concrete. It's like, I know how we're gonna do this. And all of a sudden, you just see a giant metal water pan fly through the air and just smack it. It's like, oh, okay. Next up, she pulls a shovel out. She hits it with a shovel. Not good enough. Pulls it out, a brick. She just hits it with a brick and smashes it to pieces.
That solves the question of how to do that.
It worked. Like, this is the exact kind of weird chaos that I like watching.
I'm glad you enjoyed this. She seems insane. And that's
Yes.
fine. I'm a big fan of that too.
I greatly enjoyed it.
Next up, she sings a Japanese/English remix of the song September. Good thing that won't come up again.
I was already a little bit scarred.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
We don't know about that yet.
Yeah, we don't know about that yet. It's not canon. Uncanon events. And then stream ends with her blowing up, going into a cool mini MMO looking animation, and then she puts up her first week schedule, which is a Zatsu, BPM, and one hand clapping. And then I assume the Voltail collab.
Indeed.
Yep.
There you go. Aside from all of that, what do we think about Terra 404?
I like her vibe.
She's nuts. I like it.
Strong gen.
Yeah, man, V4 Mirai, for me personally, they've had so many winners. I like almost all of their talents a lot.
Yeah,
And
I've
even
said
the
before,
one-
I really like Serina Maiko, and I really like... I'm blanking. Oh my god, I'm blanking. Keep talking, Carlos.
I'm not helping you. Die.
Dr. Nova.
I do like Dr. Nova. Don't get me wrong. She's awesome.
Dr. Nova's mine.
Calliope Mori had recently acknowledged Dr. Nova. That was great. Rem. I like Rem a lot.
Oh,
Who's
Ren
also your-
Kashibari?
Yeah, Kanashibari.
Kanishibari, Gesundheit.
Domo.
Domo.
Anyway, but... Oh, and of course Mono Monet. I watch a pretty good amount of Mono Monet. I really like her a lot.
Yeah, like I said, they've had so many winners for me personally. They've got some really, really high quality talents, high quality models. They're pushing hard right now.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of really cool stuff. Which is great because you can also buy merchandise, Cameron.
That's right, Nick.
There you go.
Official Brave Group US official store merchandise featuring the following items. First up, Voltail signed photo card bundle featuring photo cards of each of the talents. Signed, I assume.
They are all hand signed, and they are going to be hand signed on stream.
$25 each.
Yep. Pick your talent, pick your card, buy it.
Following that, there are 4 voice packs for each talent, each of them titled A Day With and then talent's name. Who knows what antics you'll get up to?
Could be anything.
I don't want to spend a day with Poma. I already spent half of one with her, and it scared me. Scary girl. Mommy, pick me up. I'm scared. I want to go home now.
Would it help if there were, I don't know, acrylic stands for
Yes,
sale?
it would! Official debut merch collection! Acrylic stands.
Cool. I like them.
It's their art in acrylic format. Put it on your desk. Don't put it in your car. Acrylic stands don't stay stood that well.
Yeah, they probably fall over in the car.
Has they ever made a VTuber bobblehead?
Someone has to have.
Good idea. Get on that.
We have regular Cameron back now.
Phase Connect.
Okay. Anything else involving these wonderful new talents from V4 Mirai? They're all quite lovely. I like all of them.
They're all really good.
That's good. All right. Let's get into some more upsetting things, and then we're going to get out of that and talk about some little things. And then we don't have a whole lot of time, frankly, at this point, so we got to move.
I just want to kind of preface. There has been a lot of not good things happening this week.
Yeah.
We are not going into detail on them. We're going to go over them real quick, just so that to basically acknowledge, yes, we are aware.
Yes. So
Yeah.
I think right away this is entering a territory. We're all going to get a turn to boilerplate this, I guess.
Go for it.
We had super chats when we formed the podcast. We all agreed very quickly, like within like episode 2, we are avoiding drama.
Yes.
Me personally, I don't like the idea that any of the views of our videos come from us covering drama. I don't want to cover drama. The only drama we really covered in any depth, and I even hesitate to call it drama, because to me it was more like how this agency was running, was Dokibird. And that stuff I'm very comfortable with our coverage. I think we did perfect, especially with the cutoff point where it's like, okay, we covered everything with that. Let's stop talking about Niji Sanji now, because there's nothing more to talk about. Now it's just people finding drama and speculating. Which is why I'm boilerplating this, because I feel like this stuff is firmly in drama town, unfortunately, and I don't think we can add much to it.
Yeah. We're bringing it up so we can say that we've acknowledged it, basically. Yeah. We're not going to dwell on it because, frankly, it's a cesspool. A lot of it is. Not everything, but a lot of this is. And it's going to bring in people that we don't want in this community.
Exactly.
So we're going to this is not going to be labeled anything past upsetting stories that we're going to talk about real quick. It's not going to be in the description. It's not going to be in the thumbnail. And it's certainly not going to be labeled as a chapter because with any like names attached to it, because we're not trying to bring in people that are just here for drama. We are actually just trying to have a good time and talk about fun stuff.
At this point, solely for the people who actually watch our show.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're protected. We can talk to you guys now.
Yeah, hopefully. Fingers crossed. We'll see. People wander in all the time, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But we're not. The point is, we're not trying to hunt down drama and talk about it. We're just going to say these are big stories, and there's going to be more information about them. So let's talk about them real quick.
Yes.
Iron Mouse got banned on YouTube. 2 accounts, both VOD channels, as far as I understand. Or it was a VOD channel and a main channel.
Her main channel was primarily like highlights and things,
But still,
with editing.
It still was her main presence on YouTube.
Yes.
It was
It got banned, deleted, super duper gone, bye-bye. There was discussions. She said online, she was like, our legal team's going to contact them and find out what's going on. Apparently they figured it out, got it sorted, and she's got all of her stuff back. That's the good news.
As far as I'm aware, the VOD channel is back too.
Yes. So either way, it seems like all the Iron Mouse stuff is at least getting ironed out. Hopefully it doesn't like continue to get bad. I know that YouTube and Twitch have both been kind of shitbirds recently about a few different things. Be very careful buying bits on Twitch right now. I don't know if that's still a story by the time this goes out, but today it was a very big story that people were getting banned for buying bits and things. So just be careful out there. Try and do your best. ASMR for VTubers on YouTube is still a very big gray area, I know for sure. So that is definitely a thing. Shy Lily is interviewing the Twitch CEO, Dan Clancy. What do we know about this?
Not much. TwitchCon is going on currently, I think.
It just
still.
wrapped up.
Okay.
Because a lot of people are back home now.
I was assuming that this was going to be like a TwitchCon thing because I mean, Lily was at TwitchCon, I believe. So I'm assuming this was going to be a thing for the convention. I don't know if it's happened at all, or if it's been broadcast online, or if they're going to.
It was something that was mentioned, basically. We're past that, we just don't have any information.
Yeah, Lily said she was going to be doing it.
Yes. And finally, the big thing right now, which is the fruit drama. And listen, there's a lot of strong opinions about this. We're not going to dive into the details of it. We're not going to specifically go into whatever our opinions may or may not be about the subject right now. Frankly, there's a lot of information and only not a lot of it's good information, I guess. The long and the short of it is that there's a lot of accusations flying around. There's a lot of bad actors right now. What I would like to say is, no matter what your opinions on this entire situation are, don't fucking harass people. Don't send threats in their DMs. Do not wish harm upon their family members in their DMs. What the fuck is wrong with you people? I understand that Camilla had the best take I saw on it, where she received some very upsetting DMs, and her response was to close her DMs and say, I looked at the people that sent them. Most of them were stupid teenagers. And me, like, clapping back at them or sending people to harass them or whatever it would be would not actually help to serve anything in the long run. These people probably have really shitty lives if they're doing this to take their anger and things out on other people. Best take. Solid fucking take. It's a goddamn shame that she had to do that.
Yeah, there's a lot of people, especially VShojo members, that are getting dragged into this right now.
Yeah.
And it's only making things worse.
So do you guys have anything that you want to say specifically?
There's not really a lot you can say without bringing up more than must need be brought up. Mm-hmm. If you are harassing people, I hope it goes without saying that's bad. I feel as though the people who harass people tend to already be kind of past the veil. It helps to remember that if you're walking into this, regardless of your opinion, there's already an issue. If you start harassing folk and like spreading really bad takes and going out your way to hurt people, it really doesn't matter what your stance is. You just made a new issue. You made a new, larger, more immediate issue. All you've done is just drag more people into the misery pile because you drew strenuous connections. It's just disappointing. Like, don't. It's literally not helping anyone sort anything out. If you're upset, that's one thing. If you're hurting people, that's another. Mm-hmm. Bad.
There you go.
Yeah. The only thing I'll say is, I know Fruit has been known for causing problems in the past, but she's also received she's been targeted by hate for a long time, way more hate than she's deserved. And it's just like people they see something happening with her and they just jump on and take the chance to make things worse. She just seems to be like a punching bag for the community at this point, and it really needs to stop.
There you go. I don't know. It's the fact that people that do stand up and are just like, listen, I'm on her side, are immediately shouted down and harassed and attacked. And like, that's fucking ridiculous. Like, because I've seen a lot of people just immediately be like, yeah, I'm on her side. I've seen a lot of people that are immediately against her side. And whatever, like I said, whatever your opinion is, please do not harass people about this kind of thing. Like, if you disagree with someone's take on it, stop following them. Mm-hmm. Don't pay attention to them anymore. Don't give them your time. But do not go out of your way to hurt people over something like this.
It's really fragmenting specific fan bases right now, and it really does not need to be happening.
If you find yourself typing out an angry message to DM to someone, go fucking touch grass, because you need to. Like, deal with the problems in your own life, frankly, at that point.
I will say there was like a big 90-page document for everything that was happening.
That was the one that she put out.
She put out. I read none of it. It's not my business. I don't want anything to do with it.
There you go. I think I read like 10 or 15 pages.
I looked at enough of it to know that her situation was kind of gross, and I really, really feel bad about that.
Yep. There you go. That's about as close as you'll get to our opinions, I feel like.
Yeah, and I don't want to know more. This has not been a fun situation for anybody.
Yeah.
I've seen people from, let's call it both sides, even though it kind of grosses me out, their sides, and both have gone, why are we harassing people right now? Stop. What's happening? Why are we turning this into bullshit? What the fuck?
Yeah, and it sucks because like in a week where we had such highs as like the GTA collab from Hololive and the fantastic new members from V4 Mirai, that the community has made me feel so fucking disappointed with this shit slinging.
I think what grosses me out the most about it is it feels like old YouTube. Yeah. It feels like for a little while VTubers were capable of being their own sphere of their new culture. This just feels like old YouTube leaking through. This is like the bullshit. It's the reasons why I don't watch so many streamers, because they just like bring in drama.
Yeah. And just drama reaction YouTubers have gone the way of like, I can't watch. I quit watching Charlie.
Yeah.
And thank God he eventually figured out what he was doing and was just like, I have to go away for a while. This is not healthy. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things where like, I don't know. It's just made me, there's been a lot of really upsetting things that I've seen in the past week coming out of this situation and a few others. And I'm just, I think the good outweighs the bad at the end of the day. And I have to remember that there's a lot more good folks in the community than there are bad people. But sometimes the bad voices in the community are just louder than the good ones. And that's when shit sucks.
I'm going to introduce my very high level take. Maybe, just maybe, in this insane universe where we filled the entire Earth with wires that can connect us to each other within mere seconds, we should be very careful about coupling our dopamine responses with harassing human beings.
There you go. If that's how you get your kicks, you should find a different way.
I will say, while all of this has been going on the opposite side, we have V4 Mirai is doing great, Hololive's doing great, Phase Connect, Idol Corp are all still doing good.
Yeah.
So there's lots of good stuff that you could watch instead.
There you go. And it's a lot more worth your time. Shit, watch the other people at V Shoujo. If like I said, if you get upset about the whole situation, you don't want to support fruit or whatever, just fucking stop. Just literally walk away and go watch Henya. She's fucking amazing. Yeah. You know, there's other talent in the same agency to watch, for fuck's sake. Like, just don't. There's no reason to get angry about this and make it your entire fucking personality and attack people on the internet. That's all I'm going to say. I think we should be done at this point, right?
I'm comfortable with that.
Because I've said the same thing, I think, 4 times now. I'm just, listen, it's been a long week. I'm super stressed. Let's move on. All right?
All right, let's move on.
Let's talk about, oh God, we got like 2 seconds for each news bit.
Yeah, we gotta go quick.
All right.
Papa's sleepy.
All right. Fuwamoco had their Hologra debut.
I saw a little bit of it.
Fuck yeah, that's awesome. I love Fuwamoco. Hologra is upsetting sometimes, but usually really good. Anything that you guys want to point out?
The entire Hologra, normally they're kind of like always really wacky and you never know what's going to happen. This was just like Fuwamoco just being themselves.
Being
and they're
very high energy and derpy. Yeah.
And they're just always like that. So it fit.
Yeah. They licked Polka's face off. All right. Kiara got her 2.0 update. She's beautiful. And I love her.
Very normal response.
Normal. I'm normal. I'm very normal about it. She has a nose. It's really cool.
They finally did it.
She didn't like it at first, but she got used to it and now likes it.
They finally did it.
See, her model was already really good to begin with.
Yeah.
It was mostly, the majority of the work was just expanding what she's able to do with her face, expression-wise.
She can move her eyebrows in new ways and things like that. She was really excited for that.
They fixed like some minor little details, like a tiny little bit of clipping problems and things like that.
She can take off her seal belt now, the belt that seals her power. So. Yeah, looks really great. Love it. At first, she was like, there's probably nothing that you can even tell different here, but let me show you some of the details. And I was like, oh, okay, gotcha. This was also during a stream where she talked about how she feels about all the members of Hololive ID and how all the members of Hololive EN.
I saw the chart. It was very funny.
It was very good. There's a lot that we can go into there. Again, Kiara's had a banger week. There's no time. Let's move on. VTuber Legend anime has finished. 7 out of 10.
It was very average, yeah.
Yeah.
It was good. There was some decent comedy. It was, again, Cameron didn't like it.
5 out of 10.
There you go. Which I agree with a lot of your points. It was like
I think this is the most me, Nick, disagreed on and agreed. Because usually when we disagree, it's a lot like, I'm barely understanding you. This time it's like, yeah, I really get actually why you do enjoy it.
Because we had like almost, I'm not going to say Shikanoko was a 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
It's probably a 7 out of 10 for me too.
I think it's a 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Shikanoko's not fucking arc, but I loved it.
But let's be honest, your 7 out of 10 is a lot more critical than my 7 out of 10.
It takes a lot more to get to my 7, but a lot of it's also hitting my dumbass receptors. I'll forgive a lot about an anime when it has a song about how she's the #1 vermin.
Yes. And that's the thing is
that girl sucks.
We got to episode 8 of the VTuber anime and Cameron had stopped watching 2 episodes ago.
I stopped really hard.
Yeah, we got to episode 8 of Shikanoko and I was like, I'm kind of getting tired of this joke. It's the same one, right? Like that was, I think, the difference.
Oh God.
Point being, though, is like Cameron really liked Shikanoko more than the VTuber anime. I like the VTuber anime, probably not more than Shikanoko, but definitely more than you like the VTuber
definitely.
anime. They're like on the same level for me, I guess. Either way, the anime ended in a satisfactory way. Please enjoy it if you would like to watch it. There was a concert at the end. It was really good.
Yeah. There was a lot of nice little cameos, too.
Yeah. Aki was in there. They showed Aki for a second. And a bunch of other JP VTubers that I didn't recognize, and I apologize.
There were some of them that may have been real, and we just didn't recognize. I know that the gorilla was there.
Yeah, Gorilla was there, too. Oh, man. Anyway, that's the VTuber Legend anime. Dokibird's Waifu Cup artist winners have been announced. That's right, there's a Dokibird Waifu Cup on the way, and the artist has been, I think, paid out some sum of money.
Yeah, there was a whole bunch of winners for it.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Pre-orders for her cup start sometime in November, or can be found on Doki's Twitter announcement.
There was a lot of art. Like
It's all really, really good, too.
Yeah. They showed off a whole bunch of the winners for it.
Oh, man, 4th and 5th place was fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
How did that not win? Well, first place is fantastic. I get it. So there you go. Check it out on her Twitter. Upcoming events. Korone is getting a new outfit on 10/1 for her birthday. That is October 10th. Or sorry, October 1st. I'm stupid. My brain is on fire and melting. So yes, Korone's birthday coming up. Also, she's getting a new outfit. What's the outfit?
Dog-shaped.
Dog-shaped. Friend-shaped. Eva Ananova from Vivid is having a 3D debut on October 5th. The stream is titled Low Poly Eva Comes to Life.
Coming to a PS2 near you.
It'll be a stylized 3D rather than a traditional.
Yeah, it's a low poly.
Yeah. I mean, she's a part of a very, very small, it's technically an agency, but it technically has like 2 or 3 active talents, and
Gotcha.
they're new. So she's definitely not getting like a full professional 3D model or anything, but I'll be interested to see what sort of stylized like model she will get.
Either way, there's a trailer up for it now, so if you'd like to go look at that, you can.
Yeah.
Please enjoy. Music. Original music. Hachi has an official music video for Gravity. You have 1 minute. Go.
It was a really cool music video. It was like black and white 3D. It reminded me a lot of like Nier Automata, that style. Her model greatly resembled the same thing. Mm-hmm. It was really high detailed, very high quality. I loved the music video for this.
Excellent.
A very beautiful song.
And time. Rie from Phase Connect has covered Dissonance by Amy Asami. Also a Phase Connect. That's her.
Phase Connect.
Yeah, that was Amy's like metal debut song.
Go on, you have
This gag
15
sucks.
seconds.
This gag sucks. Wait, he only
10.
gets the time left over from last time?
Yes.
Just 1 minute for all of them?
All of it.
Carlos, hurry!
It's a rock song and it's a guitar cover.
Yeah, it was good.
Hell yeah.
Good instrumental.
Was the video like JPEGs or what?
It was very memey.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, it's her dancing around and spinning JPEGs and stuff in the background.
Some hamsters.
Some hamster gifs. One of them dancing in a microwave, of course. Very highbrow. Thank you, as always, Rie. Jelly from Face Connect has covered Angel with a shotgun.
I love this. It was such a good cover.
I've listened to it. It's a solid cover. I don't know what Angel with a Shotgun is from, but
Me neither. I imagine it's probably a meme song from somewhere, but it was a great song. This is Jelly. She's a good singer. She's always been really good. This is
If you search Angel of a Shotgun, it's the original Nightcore video.
oh,
It has 256 million views on YouTube.
that's yes.
Yeah, that's the one.
With the fucking holes in the wing thing.
okay. I recognize the art for it.
Yeah, I recognize the art right away.
In Jelly's version, she has a cigarette or perhaps a joint. I don't know if
she has a MILF hat.
I don't know if she gets. Sure, she enjoys the Zaza.
I finally have something. I'm
Go
just
on.
gonna start interrupting the Phase Connect segments with Phase Connect as loud as I can.
Okay, that's fine. Just gonna start screeching it.
I have a couple things to say about this one, aside from the MILF hat.
Okay, you have 4 seconds.
Man, I love fabrics.
Good 4 seconds. Good utilization.
There's 3 editions of this song. There's her regular vocal edition. There is a crying only edition. And there is a normal singing in the left ear, crying in the right ear edition.
That sounds like hell.
They're nightcore, so...
Put on your headphones and wish you hadn't. All right, next up, Airi and Clara have covered Me Gustas Tu by G-Friend.
Auntie friend.
It's a retired Korean girl group.
Yeah. Apparently extremely popular. The original music video to this has like 80 million views or something.
I can believe that.
Yeah.
And the song is on their Kaching Duo channel, which is their podcast.
Yeah. This was part of their monetization celebration for their podcast channel.
Yeah.
Jealous.
Get off our turf.
Yeah, get out of here. Me and Nick were just about to cover this one.
Yeah, this is bullshit. Now you ruined it.
Bullshit.
I'm having a word with Sakuna. He won't be able to do anything because God knows he can't fucking control you guys. FaZe Kaleido has covered Moon Pride. I assume this is part of the Moon Festival thing that we talked about last week.
This is the Sailor Moon Crystal opening.
Okay, I was wrong. The Kaleido talents are the JP members are all in Sailor Moon outfits. It's a good song. J-Rock, idol music, that kind of stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Check it out today. Serina Maiko, jeez, can't talk. Serina Maiko from V4 Mirai has covered Fukashigi no Karte. It's the Bunny Girl Senpai Edie.
Oh.
There you go.
Good song.
Holy moly.
Is it really pretty?
It is.
Yes, she is.
Just like Serina Maiko.
That's what she did.
You would appreciate the video art, that's for sure.
Would I? I'm going to need roughly 5 seconds while this loads and I take a look at it. Wow.
Yeah.
God, and might I say, damn!
This is a loud episode. I might have made it loud.
Yeah, you started it. Now you got to deal with it.
I'm dealing with it in my own way.
Serina Maiko is wonderful. You should check out the music video. Nene Amano has covered How by Deko27. This was previously perfected by Nasa from FaZe Connect. How did she do?
It was very good.
I believe that. Nene is a wonderful singer.
Also, not quite as much of a soft voice as Nasa, but still a softer voice singer.
Gotcha.
So it was a good cover.
Good. I'm glad. It's a fun song. I really like it. I've listened to, like I said, Nasa's version 1,000 times. So I'm going to have to check this one out for sure.
Yeah.
Favorite stream moments? Talk about green women. TikTok, come on.
This was a fantastic stream. It was Cece and Fauna. They were doing a tier list of all of the stereotypical romance novel categories.
I like green women.
Green
Not as
woman.
much as some people rants on. But real OGs, no. But yeah, this was just them talking about tropes, which is really cool.
Yep. The biggest takeaways from this. So it was a good tier list. You know, they went through them. It was mostly all stuff I expected. Of course, the top tier, I knew what was going to happen. There's no way it wasn't going to happen. There was two things that were in the top tier: enemies to lovers, and there was another variation of enemies to lovers.
Yeah.
That's very popular.
Those were the only two. And then they went through and had to add an extra tier, even higher than that at the very end. Fauna insisted they had to do it. It was top tier, above even enemies to lovers, was vampires.
God damn
If
it.
you kiss a woman on the neck, she will love you forever. They really just want to be vampired. There you go. Make sure it's consensual. Don't be
Fangs,
fucking weird.
baby.
Don't just go up and start kissing women on the neck, you fucking weirdos.
I love this stream. It was so good.
I caught little bits of it here and there. It was really fun. But was it as fun as Gigi singing September?
Okay. Mind if I?
Yeah.
For just a second.
4 minutes.
This stream modified my brainwave forever.
So it's important. It's important because Gigi, she put some work into the effort. There's some art here. Opens on a stage. Gigi comes out. She covers a song I've heard before. It is No One Likes the Opening Band by IDK How. No one likes the opening band. Immediately after that, it is 7 hours and 58 minutes of September by Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Say, do you remember?
I clicked on this stream while it was 20 minutes in. I said, I wonder what she's singing. She's currently on a doorbell alarm going,
Let me in. Oh, we will.
And I need to mention, I love how she sings September.
Dancing in November.
She really emphasizes the burr.
She likes the burp.
It is 8 hours.
Good.
It is 8 hours of brain rot. She fucking dedicates to that bit.
She changes the scene. She changes the vocal effects. At one point, she's on an alien spacecraft and has all vocal effects on, and you can't understand a fucking word.
At some point, she slows it down to like a quarter speed, pitches her voice, adds reverb to it, and she sounds like a demon summoning's going on.
Live well reaction. There are multiple times where she gets into the car because she's driving us between locations in real time. I want to go back in time one more time to the fucking spelling bee, where my prediction was, and I quote, Gigi's the ultimate dedicated to the bit. Gigi is dedicated to the fucking bit.
8 hours worth.
Gigi got approval for this stream before she was a member of Hololive. She already knew she wanted to do it. Fuck yes. Gigi's amazing.
I literally started this stream, watched it for like 2 hours, got on, played a game with my buddy for like 3 or 4 hours, got off. She was still streaming it. I stayed up for like 3 more hours, and just because I had to know how it ended.
So for those of you who are like, oh man, I really wanted to see that. It's a shame it's unarchived. Look up the September 21st incident. You will find the video.
All of it.
8 hours of it have been archived. I highly recommend you at least skim through it and see a little bit of each of the scenes she set up, because she actually really clearly put a lot of work into this.
She really did.
These are entertaining 8 hours. This is not a hollow joke. Like, this is actually pretty high quality.
Your ears might start bleeding after a while, but it's worth it. She also bought an entire bag of children's instruments to use during this for when she decided to stop singing and start using instruments.
Dancing in September.
And by the way, she had no idea how to play the majority of these children's instruments.
It's fine. She learned.
She did her best, and that's what matters.
Learn on the job, and you'll never be on the job learning.
You know what Gavis Daki does best?
Where are you going?
Gavis Daki is the best at selling Holostar's first Dakimakura. That's right. You can bed Gavis Daki.
Oh. Okay, so I wasn't going to say anything. I clicked on it. This is my first time seeing the Daki. What a slut. Those are fucking eyes. Jesus Christ.
Gavis has some shit going on, bro.
More like Gavis bed.
So really, the
Good
question
Lord.
is, do I order one for each of us, or?
Nick, I think we're excellent at sharing.
It has 2 sides. It's
Me,
okay.
my podcast co-host, and his $80 Dakimakura of Gavis Daki.
I'm going to fill my Gavis Battle Dakimakura with bricks and hit people.
I'm gonna fill it with pumpkins because it's Halloween. I won't get it until fucking like March probably if I order one.
Arrives in March. You laugh. It's Halloween. You and I, Jack, the Pumpkin King.
Oh my god! All right, I just wanted people to know about that. That's just great.
It was amazing. He's like, all right, I think I'm selling the first Holostars, Daki. We're doing it.
It's even titled The Long-Awaited Body Pillow.
I want you to read it. You can buy it. Comes with a voice pack
It
if you
does.
get that
Oh
too.
god, does it
A
fucking?
day with Gavriz Battle.
He specifically said he recorded this, sent it to the managers, and said, "I'm not going to listen to it. You have to edit it and listen to it for me. I refuse."
I would. Yep. Uh-huh. Yep. Yep. How's that again? Yes. All right. You have 1 minute to tell me about Clara. Let us take care of you stream. There's not a whole lot of this stream to fucking go over, I don't think.
So okay, the next couple of streams that I've got, several of them. There's not a lot to say about, honestly.
All right, just tear through them if you can.
So Clara from Phase Connect, known for doing really weird streams. Not a lot of gaming. That's not what she wants to do. She decided she's done something similar before. She cloned herself on screen and with a Catgirl model, doing some sort of kind of role play, kind of not. cat girl taking care of the audience. It was a whole lot of her singing and a whole lot of her talking to herself. She was talking to herself as if they were two people on screen. It was really weird. I loved it. Okay. This is not her first time doing this. I loved it. She's so creative with these streams. Also, she posted the next day saying, I don't know how you guys listen to this. It was awful. I loved it.
There'll always be a few Carloses out there. Next up was Shiina from Phase Connect is back to make real spaghetti sauce.
She had follow-up after she made Sakana's disaster of a spaghetti sauce recipe, decided to make her own home recipe of it. This was a real recipe. She had a pressure cooker with a real recipe. She posted the whole thing on her Twitter account. She just said, hey, watch the video if you want exact instructions on how to do it. It was a really good recipe. It was mostly just a lot of talking while she made sauce. One of the things she actually specifically mentioned is she actually talked about a little bit about her past and everything, and growing up, like her past work experience and everything. And she also ended up talking about her eating habits, because she does a lot of cooking, so it just kind of inevitably happens. She says she eats 1,200 calories a day, max.
Depending on her size, that's actually not that insane.
That's a little crazy, but that's doable.
She's 5'1".
That's doable.
Very doable for her. That's low end, but that's not actually that crazy. 2,000 calories is if you're a 5'6" woman or a 5'8" man.
Yeah.
And that's average if you're a normal American or whatever. So.
Yeah. But at the same time, she also said on bad days, she'll eat as low as 800. And if she does that, it's very dangerous even for her.
Yeah. That's not how people work.
Been there. So there you go.
She's one of my comfort watches.
Aww.
Yeah, that's fair.
I can't wait to talk about my comfort watches.
Did you have one that you wanted to say?
I have just a reel I can roll through real quick if that's all right.
Hit it.
Okay, here we go. I'm continuing to watch Fauna play Pikmin 2. Pikmin 2 is one of my favorite games of all time, and through Fauna, I feel as though I'm seeing this game for the first time. She lost 70 Pikmin to the Walking Snagret. I one time watched a Pikmin 2 boss tier list. They said the Snagret is the easiest boss in the game. I love Fauna so much. I highly recommend watching her Pikmin playthrough. There's a part where Louie drinks some slurp off the floor, and she said, my man just straight slurping it off the floor. There's also a really weird moment where she really likes Louie. Louie's growing on her. Louie is Olimar's comrade. And she said that Louie is quite taciturn. And that made me go, what the fuck are you saying, Fauna? Why are you so well read? She has a strangely good lexicon. She just doesn't flaunt all the time.
I've watched a 5-minute compilation of her playing the Pikmin 2. And the entire compilation is of her losing immense amount of Pikmin to regular enemies.
I highly recommend you see her newest episode of either her clips or off her stream like I watched, where she's now in the fucking Snagret hole. She's not very good at fighting Snagrets, and there's a lot of Snagrets in that hole. She beats the boss, and the fucking drop item is 16 Pikmin is what you need to carry it. She's down to 16 Pikmin. She literally beat that dungeon just barely. She went in with 100. Following that, to keep speeding on through, I watched some of Mint and Matara at the final podcast. Mint talks about some of the lewd audiobooks she listens to because they're funny. One of them has a quote that they both kept losing their shit over, which is, and I quote, he was the Picasso of oral sex. I extremely recommend you watch this clip from user Ray Mack. Mint tells Mata about her new adult romance book.
Mint has openly talked about the physical dojins she owns.
I think she has really base taste, which is to say she reads the bad stuff because it's hilarious. There's good stuff there. All right, I'm almost done. Sorry.
You're good.
I watched Dr. Nova play one of my favorite sleeper hits. What's it called? It's Home Something Hotline. It's if you're interested at all, it is an analog horror help desk game where there are strange fey creatures entering people's homes, and you need to help them. But sometimes it's a mouse. So they call help, my stairs are moving. It's is it Black Mold or is it the Goblin King?
It's called Home Safety Hotline.
Home Safety Hotline. She played it. Very fun to watch. I appreciate her streams start with a hard 20-minute yap timer. And when that timer ends, she must stop yapping. I also watched a little bit of her make purple sauce, but I don't fully remember it. I just remember her going, yeah, it's the right color. I'm shooting for purple.
Just like a real anime girl.
And let me make sure I hit all the high notes, but I think I did. Yes, that's all the stuff that I watched. I watched a shocking amount of complete streams this week. I did really good. Praise me.
Good job.
Yeah. That's it. Thank you.
Good job. I watched Alicia Delantano
Yeah.
tell us about why everyone needs to watch Bananya.
I watched a little bit of this one. It was conflicting with Dr. Nova at the time, though.
It was really fun. I like this. I didn't say it in the chat, but I thought about it the entire time. I've watched the first season of Bananya.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Careful, she will actually want to talk to you about.
Go ahead and call me out.
You know, I don't think she's not even the first VTuber I've heard say that about that show.
She really likes Bananya a lot. It was a fun stream. I had a really good time. She went over the things that you need to know about Bananya and how cuteness makes you work more efficiently and things like that. And so everybody needs it. Also, she needs it. The entire point of this was to convince her manager that she needs a dedicated Bananya fund to buy Bananya related items.
Managers love establishing new funds.
Bananya, if you do not know, is an anime about a cat banana. And they're the species of cat bananas and how they live. The first season's about them living in a kitchen. The second is about them living on their home planet because it turns out they're aliens.
I smell tax write-off.
Watch Alicia Delantano's stream about it for more information. You'll get a lot. I watched today an unarchived ERB Uncle
Herb.
Elizabeth Rose Blood Flame
Yeah.
karaoke.
I watched the first 5 minutes of it.
It was
for
really
obvious reasons. Her karaoke was titled September. Can you guess what the first song she sung was?
Don't have to. I was there. September by Earth, Wind, and Fire.
This is where I said my catchphrase, Elizabeth, you can do the funniest thing. If a second fucking member of fucking Justice sang 8 hours of September, I was going to lose my shit.
She did, in fact, not do that.
She only sung one. But apparently, Nick, per the Reddit, she went on to sing 2 Ninja Sex Party songs.
Oh, I missed those.
She sung Cool Patrol and Danny Don't You Know. And she also literally did Funny Joke.
I believe that.
So she's a fan.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
The more I watch Liz, the more I realize she's just basically the most based person in the fucking world. She's just so fucking
She's
awesome.
incredibly based.
I fucking love
Insanely talented.
Uncle Herb. She's fucking awesome.
When did she become an uncle?
She's ERB, Elizabeth Rose.
Yeah,
Bloodflame.
I know this, but uncle?
She's Uncle Herb.
You don't have to throw the uncle on.
I don't have to not.
Patrick, move on.
Fight?
No.
2 seconds. Finally, there was a really fun Pico Park 2 collab that involved Juniper, Snuffy, Rin, Bao, Lime, Amelie, Dokibird, and of course, Mint Phantom.
It's like just kind of all my favorite people.
Welcome to Indie VTuber All Stars.
Limey, my beloved.
There you go. Really fun stream. They played Pico Park. It was frustrating to watch.
Pico Park is made to be frustrating.
There you go. Ramkana Shibari drank Oreo flavored Coca-Cola. She was not a fan.
No. This was like a 2-3 hour mukbang.
It does not take that
Stream.
long to drink a can of Coke. I can do it in like half a minute.
I think she doesn't like it.
She had Popeyes with it.
All right, that's fair then. Popeyes is fucking delicious. You got to savor that shit.
She agreed.
Good.
She was there for the Popeyes. The drink was there for the clickbait title. She did not appreciate that
That
at
drink,
all.
I imagine, is not good. If you'd like to see me try it, tune in on November 2nd to our extra live stream. It'll be here on YouTube. And also, it'll be on the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/slapdashentertainment. And with that, I'd like to thank everybody for watching. We really appreciate it. Couple cool comments we got. Does Stumpy One's favorite eggs are scrambled? As I asked 5 episodes ago at this point, what are your favorite kinds of eggs?
Oh no! Oh no! We're being held to like
We all
bullshit
said-
from forever ago.
Oh, you have no fucking idea what's been happening online.
I got boxes full of Pepe.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry I asked them so many questions.
So we all said scrambled. They said Stumpy One said scrambled. If you haven't answered yet, get in the comments. What's your favorite kind of eggs?
This is last chance.
how do you
Egg
like
questions
the
are closing after this week. No more answers.
Donner98 spent a week catching up. I don't know what that means. I think they watched all of the episodes of this podcast.
Is the plot coherent? Could we have trimmed it down? Are you looking forward to super chats, Kai?
I'm so sorry.
We've done so many episodes, there almost is a plot at this point.
Basically,
is.
there's an evolution, if nothing else. If you'd like to leave a comment for us to read, please do so down below. We always really appreciate it. We also like whenever you like and turn on the subscribers and the notifications and do all the good things that YouTube wants people to do. You want to chat with us? We have a Discord. You can find the link down below in the description. If you would like updates about what we're doing outside of here and just like general stuff like that, sometimes we post pictures of what we're eating before the podcast. Check out our Twitter. It's @SuperChatsPod. The audio version is available on Apple Podcasts and Spotify if you're Lyft and Waits and you want something to listen to. Please review us because we always appreciate that. The algorithm then likes us a little bit more. And 5-star reviews go a very far way to helping us fight the algorithm and become more popular on podcast services. And generally, if you like to share us around, please do so. We always like to meet new people, talk to them about cool stuff. And so just don't like dump us in people's chats. That's weird. Why would you do that? Please don't do that. Like actually for real.
Please.
Just like don't be weird with us. Please like advertise us if you want to, but don't like bother people with our presence.
Yes.
That's our entire thing.
Come into our Discord and be weird. We'll be weird back.
Yeah, true.
Don't at me until Monday and then never again.
And also don't be like that one weird guy who joined whenever I was streaming Jackbox games and was aggressively fighting to get into the voice chat for some reason. Don't be like that. That was weird. I didn't like that. Anything else you guys want to shout out real quick?
No.
Nothing right now.
All right. Carlos is a merch store. Check it out.
It's not up yet.
He's getting there.
He's going to have
follow
a
him on
merch store.
Twitter.
Follow
Oda
him on
merch.
Twitter.
My art should be done very soon.
Yeah.
You should watch shorts we post. I help edit them sometimes. I'm probably not. I don't know when. I write music for them.
There you go.
The music every time's been original in the shorts.
Hell yeah.
Writing YouTube short music is an art. It's repetitious and lo-fi.
There you go. Also on TikTok. @SuperChatsPod on TikTok. September 28th, happy birthday to Shibby Cottonbum from Vialore.
We like Cotton Bomb.
She's really cool. Her cat made her famous. September 30th, Crimson Ruse from Holostars Armis. Happy birthday.
Crimson.
October 1st, Inugami Korone from HoloJP Gamers. Happy birthday.
Who's she?
You wouldn't know her.
No, I wouldn't.
You're not cool enough. October 1st, Mint Phantom in Indie Talent. Happy birthday.
Let's go.
October 3rd, Nyaruchu in Indie Talent. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And October 4th, Nene Amano from Production Kawaii. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
That's all. We'll see you next time. Appreciate you. Bye.
Goodbye, guys. Take care of yourself. Brush your teeth. Don't use more than one
We are
toothpaste.
20 minutes over.
Bye.
See ya.
No fun.